Buongiorno! Can you hear me? I think you can hear me. I can see the little graphic equalisers going boom, boom, boom. Good evening. Welcome to the new look Rum Cave. For those of you not in my membership gang, this might look a little bit different this week. We've gone rum. We've gone rum. I'll explain what's going on in a minute. I'm starting. It looks quite filthy, doesn't it? This is Muscovado Daiquiri. So I've got some of the Muscovado sugar syrup out. Let's just say hello to people in the old chat. So I'm just looking at the other chats as well. Hey Ross, hey, I can't even say who you are, but hello. I've got a new graphic. Look at that. Hey Louise, hey Kevin in the van, hey Mr. Thomas, hey Mrs. Thomas. Mrs. Thomas, let Mr. Thomas out to play tonight, please. Thank you. Ash on Faceache, Pretty, Paul, who else have we got? JM Andrews, Ross. Oh, Pretty. Oh, hang on. Pretty signed out and signed in again on a different thingy. Hey, Carl. Hey, Trevor V. Hey, Claire. RDA. Hey, Pretty. Thank you very much. What do you think? What do you think, the old Daiquiri? George Michael. How are you doing, George? Trevor Rose is in the house. Let's go. I can't do that. I can't swear. Otherwise, we'll put parental guidance on, won't we? So, I've got no set agenda tonight. As always, well, I have got something in my head. You can sort of see cocktail books going down there. I'll explain what's in my little old head in a minute. But for those of you not in my membership gang, I think most of you are in my membership gang. Actually, to be honest, there's a few that are not in my membership. I know that, so I'll explain what's going on. Rum Talk RDA, yes. James MA on Insta. Love the rum bar on the Cheeky Vimto. The Cheeky Vimto, port and WKD. There's a blast from the past. I'm assuming that's how you make your Cheeky Vimtos, James. So yeah, for those of you not in my oh, hang on, where we got Canna Brava. What's he drinking? Who's that? Canna Brava Dak here. I've got to get used to these new graphics. Oh, look out, your little face is on. That's a bit different, isn't it? Oh, look, Trevor, your little face is live. Hang on, does that work for everyone? Sam, let's put Sam on. Oh, Sam's little face. Oh, you need to put your little fame. You need to put your little faces on. Let's put Mark's little face on screen. There we go. Look at that. God, it's good, isn't it? So, for those of you not in my membership gang, or for the members that have missed my video that I posted in the membership community yesterday, welcome to the Rum Cave. I have decided it's about flipping time that I niched this channel down into kind of what I love. I do love my cognac. I always say I love my cognac, but rum is fun, isn't it? Rum is fun. So I've decided going forwards to niche the channel down purely into rum. And as you can see, the whole back bar has changed. So we are predominantly rum. I'll explain how things are set out and why it looks like there's some spiced rums mixed with other rums, and you know, and then we've got a whole shelf down there of different sort of flavoured and spiced rums. I'll explain the setup in a minute. But I just thought, you know, I was getting a bit raspberry and coconut G&T. That's a bit crazy, isn't it? Raspberry and coconut gin and tonic. I'm assuming that's a raspberry and coconut gin. Who makes that? Raspberry and coconut gin. There's no raspberry tonic or coconut tonic. Coconut tonic, that'd be a bit great. Coconut tonic with Isle of Fiji, then that would be exceptional. Someone needs to get on a coconut tonic water. Amazing. See, I'm getting a bit fed up with how the channel is sort of coasting along and not really growing. Yeah, I'm picking up sort of like 1,000 subscribers a month, but it's not growing how I want to grow, and that's purely because the channel is not niche. The channel is very generic. Lots of different cocktails, lots of different vodka, gin, whiskey, rum, spiced rum, Jack Daniels, amaretto, blue curacao, you name it, limoncello. So I've decided to sorry, I'm looking there. Hey Gemma, I keep seeing funny comments. So I've decided to purely kind of concentrate on, I want to start educating properly. I don't just want to kind of keep banging out cocktail recipes. I want to educate. I love educating. The cocktail recipes will come thick and fast on the Drink Stuff channel. So now that's kind of running, now that we've got the studio. And yes, before you lot start giving me grief, yes, we will build the studio out over there. There's a few ideas going around at the moment of how we can do that. But so the cocktails will come over there. So I kind of want to educate as much as I can. Now, as I say in the membership stuff, and there's a video that's coming out on Tuesday that'll explain all this. I'm not proclaiming to be the world's most educated rum fan, and that's not what this channel is going to be about. I'm really not going to get geeky. I'm not going to talk about sugar levels and hydrometer tests and all that malarkey. That's not me at all. The emphasis is still going to be on cocktails, rum cocktails, but I want to kind of educate about, because all the questions that sort of come in on this over the last sort of few months, and well, probably this year to be fair, it's like sort of questions are based about rum and how different rums make different drinks. And I kind of want to, I don't want to sort of repeat what I'm saying in a couple of videos time, but I kind of want to emphasize how rums are different. I've got And I've still lost one. I said yesterday I had 9 white rums. I've got 8. I can't think for the life of me what the 9th white rum was, but essentially, you know, there's 8 different white rums behind the bar, and each and every one of them tastes different and will make different drinks, especially daiquiris and things like that, mojitos. So I'm kind of going to want to take people on a journey, help them with rum cocktails. We will still be getting inventive, but I'm going to go what I normally don't do. I'm going to focus on big cocktails, like a few videos coming up. We're going to be doing like a daiquiri off. To see how different rums affect daiquiris. We're going to be looking at the Cuba Libre, which of course is a Cuban rum, but then how does different rums kind of affect the rum and coke and things like that, just kind of so you can grasp what rum is about, because I don't think there's enough education out there about rum. There's plenty of geek knowledge out there about rum. There is tons and tons and tons of geek knowledge, but there's no sort of entry accessible level knowledge about rum, and that's kind of the market I want to fill. And I've looked and searched on YouTube, and yes, there's bartenders and other channels doing like what is rum and all this, that and the other, but no one's really kind of niched into rum. So that's kind of where I am going. And I know that might put quite a few of you off, especially the Porn Star Martini vans, especially the Sex on the Beach and all like that. I've got so many categories that bring in subscribers each and every week. I know that's going to put a lot of you off, but rum, we can have some fun with rum. So that is what is coming up on this channel over the next years. Rum's here to stay, unless I get really bored with it, which I don't think I will. Rum is here to stay. So yeah, that's what's going on. Let me go back through the comments and say hello to the new people that have come on now. Danny, hello Danny, sorry I don't know where I got to. That's where I got to. Rum is dangerous, right? What is Trevor saying? Watermelon hibiscus soda by, oh, that sounds a bit crazy, doesn't it? It's a liqueur. Oh, right, okay. So it's a, even so, raspberry and coconut gin liqueur. A bit crazy. Who's this? What was this? Sam. How do you not drink every night in that bar? I do. No, I don't. I don't drink that much, to be fair. I save it for special occasions. Right, what's James saying? James picked up a bottle of a DNF banana on sale. It's interesting. Still need. I haven't got a cherry one yet. It's flipping interesting, all right, isn't it? It's like, oh, it smells amazing. Tastes freaking. No, it's not. It's all right. It's all right. Gemma, what's Gemma? My other half, Pablo, says hello. Hello, Pablo. Is that Pablo Murray? Is it Pablo? Pablo. Let's just call him Pablo. Hello, Pablo. Robin. Hey, Robin. Robin's got a very sexy bar as well that I thought she made, but I think, who was it? Was it your mum? I forgot who made it now. Dad? Mum? I forget who did the chairs, but it looks very, very sexy. Who's this? Scorps. Hello, Scorps. Is the video out of sync for anyone else? It's probably me. I talk really quick, so I'm talking too quick for the interwebs. That's all it is. It's probably me. It's probably a channel. It will catch up. It takes like 5 or 6 minutes or so, and then it will catch up. Right, Trevor V. You need to try and find Virgin Island cooler that I posted yesterday. It's a banging. Giffard, blah blah blah. Oh, I saw that actually. I saw that in the old Discord. Yes, that does look good. That does look good. That's awesome. You posted a photo of the recipe, didn't you? I remember that. Trevor, rum is the best spirit in the world. 1.5 years ago, I hated it. Everyone needs to give it a chance. Yes. Rum is million. Martin, hello, Martin. Love the channel. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Martin. Paul, what's Paul saying? I had white rum in Grenada. I swear it was petrol. Yeah, maybe. Different rums. Different rums are. Jack. Rodding some bitters foamer today. Better, right, okay. Would you put it in? Mate, if you've got a really limp wrist, you know, if you're one of these people that half-ass shaking, if you're like, then yes, use the foamers. But you don't need to. Give cocktails a proper shake. There is no point, I'm going to get rant mode again. There is no point shaking a cocktail like that. That's not what you shaking a cocktail is all about. That's just weak. Okay, get it up there, loads of ice, give it a proper shake, and you won't need foamers. All right, never ever need foamers for a porn star martini. Jack, you've been told. Ash, nice to see you've come and joined us on YouTube now. Ash, I saw you cheekily on Facebook. I wonder why no one could see you. You sound about to sync. Yeah, maybe it'll catch up. There's nothing I can do about it. I can't change these settings on this software. So it will sort itself out. I'm really sorry. Just close your eyes and then you'll be fine. Oh, look out. Someone's getting all technical. Your vid's out about 0.75 seconds. Perhaps if I slow. Is that sorted itself out now? Hey Scott! Scott! Haven't seen you about for ages! Oh, Scott, I hope the pub's all right, mate, up there. Hope life is treating you well. Up in Scotland. I hope you've reopened now properly, so I'm hoping that's cool. Best spirit, yes, everyone loves rum, blum, 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 scorps. You never try to make cocktails with who? You ever tried to make cocktails with Magnum Jamaican wine? I've absolutely no idea what that is. Magnum Jamaican wine. I've got WhatsApp messages going on. Oh, that's all right. What is Magnum Jamaican wine? Magnum Jamaican. Oh, I've got tonic. Magnum. What's that? Hang on. It's coming up tonic. What's tonic mean? Magnum Jamaican wine. Oh. Scorps. Oh, what the hell is that? It's a fortified wine from Magnum. Okay. See, I think Magnums is ice creams, but it's obviously not that. Jamaica drink for a reggae dancehall music. But that's a bit crazy. Rich cherry tasting notes. I've never heard it before, but that sounds quite cool, doesn't it? Okay, so no. Christopher, hello Christopher. Saw your pineapple tiki cocktails with rumbongo. They drink it in a Congo. Yes, awesome. We love that. Carl's talking to Trevor. Sam's talking to Trevor as well. Jack, put some welly. That's the word. Put some welly into it. Right. I've caught up with the old comments. Put some welly into it, Jack. You've been told. None of this feeble stuff. Right. So, basically, as always, open myself out to questions. Chairman's reserve. I've finally got the chairman's reserve back. So the questions are open, but what I thought we'd do, I was going to plan some cocktails out. I found my little dictador as well. I love dictador. It's really, really cool. Right, okay. See the questions coming in. What I thought we could do though, I'm not going to get every cocktail book out. I'm going to get it's a really good one actually. I've got Smuggler's Cove on ebook on Kindle because it's been a pain in the arse to get in the UK. I've wanted it for about a year and a half, and now it's finally in stock. So I've got the Smuggler's Cove coming tomorrow. Proper. It's all right in Kindle's all right, but it's it's a pain in the backside, isn't it? We like me and Trevor Rose were discussing this last night. We like proper books, don't we? So I'm going to dive into that cocktail book, and I'm going to get people to choose numbers between whatever it is. I'll tell you numbers in a minute. I think cocktail recipes start on page 90 or 70 or something, but we'll go through that. So we'll make a few cocktail recipes out of that. If anyone wants a guided tour of the cocktail books, go through it. I've had most of those now for a long. That's probably the newest one, the one I've just got out. I've had that probably about 6 months or so. But they're really, really cool. Bitch Bums books there, really cool. They're proper rum. So let me go. Right, there's questions. This one. Sam broke the rules, but I'll answer it because I saw it. Why do the 40% rums taste better? Samuel, I don't kind of know what direction you're going with that. How do you mean, my friend? As in, I can't guess what you mean. Why do they taste better than 50% rums? Why do they taste better than 37.5% rums? Why do they taste better than 35? I don't know. What do you mean, mate? What do you mean? Because rum is so flipping generic. I'm going to save this for the videos coming out. But best way, as we've got a little bit of an audience, I'll use this, and you will hear this again next week because it's my analogy. When I'm doing little rum masterclasses, this is my analogy. Basically, because everyone can kind of relate it to wine. Okay, wine has been around for years and years and years and years, so people understand that different grape varieties produce different wines. People can even get their heads around maybe the same grape variety producing a different wine in a different country. And a big example with this would be like a Sauvignon Blanc. Like in wine circles, it's widely regarded that New Zealand's Sauvignon Blanc grape produces the best wine. I love New Zealand Sauvignon Blancs, even Marlborough. Even in New Zealand, a Marlborough New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc will taste completely different to a different Sauvignon Blanc from outside of the region of Marlborough. Okay, but what I was going to say is Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand will taste completely and utterly different to a Sauvignon Blanc made in Chile in South America. even though it's effectively the same grape. Okay, people can kind of understand that, but to be more generic, they can kind of understand that a Pinot Grigio would taste very, very different to a Chardonnay. They'll see a Merlot will taste very different to a Shiraz. People can comprehend that about wine, but for some reason, people don't comprehend that about rum. So rum is, yes, it can be made from 3 different ingredients. Essentially, it's all sugar, but it can be made from molasses, distilled molasses, which is a byproduct of the sugarcane. It can be made distilled sugarcane directly, or it can be distilled from sugarcane juice. Okay, so you've got those 3 elements all from sugarcane. Of course, the sugarcane is going to taste different island to island, different climates, different, let's go all posh, the terroir, the climate, the soil. So all your sugarcane is going to taste different there, but it's also going to taste different island to island of how they distill it, what the stills they use, whether it's column stills, whether it's pot stills. So even though, and this is the whole point, even though I've got plenty of gold rums, like 3-year-olds and 5-year-old gold rums. I've got a Guyanan right there. I've got a Bajan there, another Bajan, a Jamaican. These 4 rums, and probably even that Bajan rum there, the 5-year-old one. Anything, and the Chairman's Reserve. They are all English style of rums, but every single one of those 5 tastes completely and utterly different. And that's kind of what I want to take people on this journey around. So that was a long-asked answer to what that potential question was, even though I didn't really know what that question was. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm going with rum. So, right, Christopher, hey Christopher in Germany. Right, what do we get here? If you are only able to make one rum cocktail, Daiquiri, Mr. Harper, Daiquiri, because you can change it up with different sugars, different rums. Each, as I just pointed out, every single one of those rums on my back bar will make a completely different tasting daiquiri. And it might be subtle in some cases, or it might be massively different in other cases. This is what I was going to get, just so you can kind of work out in your own little heads how this set up, and I will go back into these questions in a minute. Adrian, you're up next. I can see Adrian's got a question there. Let's get rid of this, hide. So how this bar is set up, I'm going to start classifying rums in 3 different categories: English, Spanish and French. Okay, but they do break down even more than that. So I've got a whole shelf up there of English style of rums. The only caveat is the Guatemala and Belize, the Gran Añejo, because that's actually a Spanish style of rum. But they're all English styles of rum up there. Even Tom's Rockstar range. And the reason why there's spiced rums up there as well is because these down here, ignore the coconut rums, down here are what I classed as just generic shitty rum that's just been flavoured up. Okay, so this will be, they're great products, but they are the worst of the worst rums. Basically the odds and sods that distilleries don't want to put into these rums. The odds and sods that will just be tanked over, shipped over to the UK, flavoured up, sugars added, master taste of the unaged, traditionally unaged rum, maybe 3 months old rum, and kind of turned into a spiced rum. So the reason why there's spiced rums up there, for instance, these are proper out and out rums that have been spiced. All right, so for instance, Chairman's Reserve spiced is just Chairman's Reserved with spice. That's all it is. Duppy Share spiced is just Duppy Share rum spiced up. We've got Tom's Rockstar rums there. He actually uses DDL rum, which is Demerara Distillers Limited, which is El Dorado rum, essentially. And yes, there will be sugars and stuff in there, but the base rums, we've got Provenance. We know exactly where the base rums are. Ed and his Belgrove rums are, again, DDL rums. They come out of El Dorado. Okay, so these are all proper rums. Pusser's 100% a proper rum. You know, it's just, there's bits of sugar added to it, but not too much. So we've got all the English style of rums there. I've got my one and only French style of rum at the moment. Let's give you a close up of that. And this is rum agricole. So English style of rum is always RUM. Yeah. French style of rum, I don't know whether I can get you a close up on that. What you can see is RHUM. So that's a French style of rum. And that will traditionally be made distilled from sugarcane juice. Think cachaça. 9 times out of 10, think cachaça distilled from sugarcane juice. Very different taste. Absolutely miles away from anything you've ever tasted, agricole. It gives you that funky, not one for drinking neat for a lot of people, except for people native to French islands in the Caribbean, Haiti, Guatemala, Guadeloupe. There's another one as well. Can't think of the other ones. But then here we go into up to Ron Cube there. We go into Spanish styles of rums. So RUM, RHUM, RON, Ron. So anything you see with Ron is a Spanish style of rum. So I've got Barcello from the Dominican. So right up here, running through the islands, ignore plantation because they're traditionally a blend, different islands, blah, blah, blah. We've got El Dorado from Guyana. We've got Dorley's from, Foursquare Distillery, but Bajan rum, Barbados. Mount Gay, which is another Barbados distillery. Appleton Estate is just their signature blend. Chairman's Reserve is St. Lucia. Dupuy is a mixture of Jamaica and Barbados. I've got it on good authority. I don't know this for sure, but I've got it on good authority. It's Worthy Park that distills one of the rums in that. We've got Puss's, which is a blend of English rums. And as I said, DDL. French rum, that is from Martinique. And then we come to Spanish rums. I've got Barcello, which is Dominican Republic, Spanish rum. Got Flor de Cana, which is amazing Spanish style of rum. Nicaragua. Santiago, it's an 11-year-old. It's quite posh. I'm not really going into aged rums as such, like the big ones, like 8, 10, 12, 14, 15-year-olds. But that was gifted to me by John. Thank you very much, John. So it's 11-year-old Cuban rum. Really, really nice. We've got Havana Club, which is obviously Cuban style of rum. So we've got 3-year-old special, is traditionally sort of a 5-year-old rum. We've got Bacardi, which is Puerto Rico. So we've got there Casablanca, we've got 4-year-old, and we've got Ron Cube down there, which is another different Cuban style of rum. So Spanish. And then the odd one out is the Lover's rum, which is like a mixture. It's kind of like plantation. It's a blend of different rums there. And the other ones, I want to get onto Dictador. I haven't, because they're traditionally aged rums. But there is another sort of category that we can kind of chat about. But it's another couple, because we've actually got Morvenna down there, which is actually distilled in the UK. A proper style of rum distilled in the UK. But we've also got Central American rums that kind of distill in a different way, again, to English, French and Spanish style of rums. So there's a couple of, so Dictador is Colombian. So the Central American sort of thing. I really do love Dictador. So yeah, that's kind of how the bar is set up at the moment. I will eventually be going, I chatted to my membership community the other day. I will eventually be going on to like El Dorado 12-year-old and things like that. But that's not the direction I want to get. I don't really want to get into sipping rums. Only to the point where you would use them in cocktails. And El Dorado 12-year-old, for especially you guys, I can't believe the price of it over in the US and Canada is ridiculous. What you guys pay in dollars, we pay in pounds. So, it's like 2.5 times the price. Is ridiculous. So yeah, I will get into some of the decent rums, but at the moment we are talking rums for cocktails, mixing rums. That is what I want to concentrate on for the first few months or so. So we're not going posh or expensive. All of these rums on here are less than, except for that one which was gifted, are less, and OFTD, which is overproof. All of these rums are less than £25, easily less than £25. Except for that one, which was gifted again, which is 130. But yeah, so that's kind of the market we're going for. All right, so that's what I'm talking about. Right, I said I've been chatting for a long, long time. I said you were next. Inviting a friend over for his birthday and going to make 2 mojitos with coconut DMF. Coconut DMF. Oh, got the banner in the way. Coconut DMF. There we go. I don't know if I should use lemon Schweppes or simple. Lemon Schweppes. Is that European for lemonade? What's lemon Schweppes? Lemon Schweppes in my head is lemonade, but I don't know what you mean by lemon Schweppes. Schweppes is a brand over here, which Coca-Cola, it's Coca-Cola Schweppes. Schweppes is obviously, you guys, a lot of people know it's tonic water, but Schweppes to us is lemonade, even though they do make tonic water. So mojito, just do standard coconut rum. Just do your standard daiquiri, 2 1/2. Coconut rum, lime juice, sugar. So 2 coconut rum, 1 lime juice, half or 1. So 2 1/2. 2 coconut rum, 1 lime juice, half sugar. and then build it out with your mint and soda water. Go from there. If that's a bit too sweet, dial back the coconut, dial back the sugar. If it's not sweet enough, add more sugar. But yeah, I don't know what your lemon Schweppes is, Adrian. Here's Adrian, isn't it? Right, so hide that. So I hope that's helpful. I did a video for, getting onto it, if you do mean lemonade, I did do a video that's coming out on Monday for the Drink Stuff channel, doing these £25 hauls. And I didn't buy any sugar for it, and I did a mojito with fake Sprite, like Tesco's 50p Sprite. And even then, I would add a tiny, not the half a shot, but I just needed to add a bit more sugar to the lemonade. I thought the lemonade, I've never done mojitos with lemonade, to be fair, but mojito I thought with lemonade would kind of add enough sweetness, but it didn't really. So I had to add more sugar to it. So I hope that answers that. Trevor Rose, yep. That flawed canner you have, is it the 4? It's the 4, it's the Secco. Yeah, it's the 4-year-old extra dry. Absolutely mind-blowing. Possibly my favourite. Oh, that's harsh, because I do like Barcello as well. Barcello is very, very good. Even it's been aged, but this, because of the charcoal filtering, they kind of it retains the flavour, which is like coffee and like vanilla-y sort of toffee notes to it. It's really, really good. But I've got a soft spot for Flor de Cana. I really have got a soft spot for it. The 12-year-old Flor de Cana is so good. That would, sorry, is it? Hang on. There's a part different. I stopped at the first part of the question. I think I've just answered the question. Is it a better? I genuinely think it is. I will do this. Hang on. I will do this. Let's hide this. So, is it a better DAC? Let's do it. I've got plenty. See, I've got a whole jug of lime juice prepped up there. Let's just do this. Let's just do miniature ones. So there we go. Otherwise, I'll get a little bit tipsy. Going to do normal sugar syrup, normal gom. So 2 1/2 is what I'm doing. All my DACs. And hopefully I can get an ice cube in here as well. Right, 2 1/2. Plantation 3 stars. Look, it's just, you know, if I've got enough in there, I haven't opened that other bottle yet. Might need to open the other bottle. It's a different DAC. It's because it's a Spanish style of rum. Because it's so that'll be predominantly molasses, whereas that'll be sugarcane, distilled from sugarcane, or a mixture. I think that's essentially a blend. That's a one rum distilled, column distilled. I think that's right. I think I've got that right. So that's the difference. So that's a blend of lots of different rums, whereas that's a one-off, one column still example. So it would be very, very different. Again, that's what I'm trying to get through to people. It's a very different sort of style of rum. So we've got Plantation 3 stars. But I was part of the blind tasting for Bar Magazine, Class Magazine in the UK, where we did the best, blind tasted the best mojitos, the best daiquiris. And it was, but we didn't know the brands, but it was FTC versus Eldorado 3 versus Plantation 3 stars versus Havana Club. There. Now, that did actually come third. I think I think how I scored it, that came top, that came second, and that came third, and that came fourth, if I remember. It was a couple of years ago I did that. But everyone, you know, everyone's got a different palate. Everyone likes completely different things. That's the point. Right, faffing around. Let's just stir that. I should have shaken them, but there we go. Right, I can stir. I can get on to a next question when we do that. Right, Sam. Right, that's that one. So, for example, so here's the first thing. Most countries, when we're talking proper rum, Sam, very rarely will it be less than 40%. Because of proper rum, when you get into the different islands of the Caribbean, they will all have their rules and regulations, okay? So you will very rarely ever see a proper rum being less than 40%, because they have to be 40%. That, you know, so even Captain Morgan's, for instance, they're even though so they do use, it gets bashed, but they do use proper rum. Hence, it's a 47%, 40% rum. But most of them, I can't actually think of a rum that's actually less than 40. Barcello, okay, all right, I didn't realise that. Barcello is 37.5%, so that's slightly different. 40, 40, 40, 40, 40. Eldorado's definitely 40, 41.2. Cubes have got to be, Cubes are 37. Okay, that's different. Bacardi, because of tax, will be 30. Yeah, Bacardi's 37 because of tax. It's VAT. Because they're a big brand, they want to make more money, so they bring it down to 37. So yeah, but it, you know, it. This is where you get, because again, we're talking about blends. There, lots of mass-produced blends, whereas up here we're talking about sort of one-off. Yes, there will be blends of different rums going into that from out of the four, but essentially it's coming out of the Four Square Distillery. All right. So plantation, 3 stars, and the Flor de Cana 4-year-old. See, very, very different. Off this one. They're both so good though. I can't say one's better than the other. They're both just so different. The plantation 3 stars. I get vanilla in it. Even though it's there, I get vanilla notes. Like coffee notes coming through. It's just a great sort of daiquiri to sip. The Flor de Cana. It's a lot drier. I don't get the vanilla notes. I don't get toffee notes. I get tiny hints of honey coming through on that. But it just depends what your palate likes. This is what I want to sort of cover. There's no right or wrong with this. I just wanted to get it through to people that actually, you know, the Flor de Cana and the Barcello, you know, even though they're both Spanish style of rums, they will make completely different sort of daiquiris. Completely and utterly different daiquiris. Right, so that was kind of Trevor's. I don't know. This, on a hot summer's day, this just slips down so easily. It's no kind of, it's not a sickly aftertaste anyway, but it's, you know, you wouldn't have one and think, oh, I'm not having another one, I'll swap to something different. You would have that, and then you would have another one, and you would have another one. This one, a little bit heavier. You might just have 1 or 2 of those, but, you know, each to their own. It's a very, very different thing. Right, Sam. You need to try OFTD. Oh, I've tried OFTD many times, Paul. Many times. OFT is the one, it's insane how good it is to sip neat. So for the OFTD virgins, I'm sure you all know this. I'm sure the regulars all know this. Hang on, let me get my belly over there. It's 69% overproof. If you can see it on the bottle, it says old fashioned traditional dark. It doesn't actually stand for that. It stands for old. That's delicious. True story. That's actually what it stands for. Is the one and only. And everyone goes on about Ray and Nephew. Ray and Nephew has got nothing on this. Absolutely nothing. Lemon Heart 151 is, again, me and Trevor were talking about this last night as well. Lemon Heart 151 is traditionally regarded as the best overproof rum. It's never really been imported to the UK since, certainly in my bartending lifetime, and even way before that. It's not a UK product. Again, it's a Demerara rum, completely different to Ray and Nephew. Ray and Nephew's obviously Jamaican, but yeah, it's Ray and Nephew. You couldn't sip it neat. You just can't. It's just got too much to it. Whereas that is, you know, a couple of ice cubes. It is strong, 69% ABV, but oh, it does taste so good. It's essentially a kind of Demerara rum. You know, you would, it's so good. I don't even know what the traditional blends are of this. I've forgotten what it is. What rums they use. I know it's a blend of different rums, but I'm not sure where the main base comes from. Oh, Guyana, yeah, there we go, Demerara. Guyana, Barbados, and Jamaica. So Guyana, you know, Guyana's great. Right, what do we get to? Question. The screech is right here. Screech is right there. Look, there we go. Screech. I didn't know where to put it. It's like it's rum, RHM, but it's, yeah, you know, it's let's put it somewhere. Let's put it. Let's put it in front of the DMF banana. There we go. Screech. Right. Even rum bullion isn't. Rum bullion, you know, let's be honest, the base rum, when we're talking about, look, spiced rums are a different category, completely and utterly different category. But what people have to understand with rum and spiced rums, these are going to be, you know, I'm not bashing them because I love them. You know, very, very different. This is like a raspberry, you know. If you're comparing that to that, absolutely, sorry, there we go, because, sorry, I got the banners at the bottom. You know, absolutely no comparing. That Central Galactic smashes that DMF for a raspberry rum. But that does the job very, very well. But you can tell straight away that they are not the best rums because of the amount of sugar that's in them to mask the taste of the base rum. You just know full well. They're mass produced. There's no way in the world, DMF or Halewoods, whatever you want to say, there is no way in the world they are paying the money for a decent sort of 3-5-year-old rum. Absolutely no chance. Anything that is less than sort of £20 a bottle, spiced wise, you know full well that the quality of rum is terrible. Simply because by the amount of additives that are going into it, cost wise, it's going to take that rum up to like a £22-25. Okay? So, you know, the whole process, the whole flavouring up involved in that. And yes, we know it's flavour compounds that go into DMF and things like that. But yeah, they're just terrible, terrible rums. But because of the sugar that's added, it's like gin. You know, the gin liqueurs, and most of the flavoured gins, to be fair, are terrible gins. Because they're just like, make a gin, bang it out. You don't need to age it. You don't need to do anything about it. It's once it's come off the still, it's this raw and ready rum that you just flavour up and ready to go. Gins, you know, those the worst gins, they're all the same. They just take it off the still, add some flavour into it, boom, there it goes. There's no labour of love involved in it, all right? So, yes, I clarify, I do absolutely love rum bullion. It's one of my favourite spiced rums, but you cannot put it in a rum category. It is spiced, it is flavoured rum, essentially, all right? Now, it's not me bashing it because I love it, but it's just completely and utterly different, all right? Sam, how come you don't review the Reserva exclude? How come you what? How come you don't review Reserva exclude? How? That question's all back to front. Are you drunk, Samuel? How come you don't? I'm assuming that means do a Reserva exclusive review. Which rum is that? Reserva exclusive. That's Dick store, isn't it? What are we talking about? No, who's Reserva exclusive? That Diplo, isn't it? Is that Diplo? What are we talking about there? Diplomatico, surely. Don't know. Explain yourself, Samuel. Explain yourself. No, not at all. I love Ian. Ian is an absolute legend. Love Ian. But I don't want to get into, you know, the geeky side of it, you know, and talk about the provenance. I want to talk about how it tastes and how it affects cocktails. That's kind of what I'm going for. Ian will talk to you all day long about how the rum's made, you know, the provenance of all the sugar cane, the difference that terroir makes and that. I'm not going into that. I'm going to aim it at cocktails. And there's no way in the world that anyone would compete with Ian, Mr. Burrell, on that level. Not a chance. Tinnitus? Is that how we say it? Have you ever used Malibu? Have we ever used Malibu? There we go. We have used Malibu. I don't like to use Malibu simply because if I'm using a coconut rum liqueur, that absolutely blows it to pieces. Kalani. Kalani is without doubt the best coconut liqueur you will ever taste in your life. A lot stronger as well, 30% ABV compared to 21% ABV. Proper authentic. It's not rum. It's actually, I don't know actually what the base is. It's Mexican. So I don't know what the base alcohol of this. It's coconut rum. Oh no, it is rum. Sorry, coconut rum liqueur. I thought, for some reason, I thought it was different to that. Coconut rum liqueur, but it knocks spots off it. It is just unbelievable, that stuff. So if you want a decent coconut liqueur, go Kalani. Every single time. Every single time. But yeah, it's not bashing Malibu. It's just kind of a fake coconut. Even I've got this one as well. Takamaka, which is, again, better than Malibu for coconut rums. Coconut liqueurs. That Takamaka is stupendous. We love a bit of Takamaka. Put them away. There we go. See, I knew they'd come out. That's why they're right there. Right. Today. Oh, you got another one. Have you... What opinion? Oh, right. I've just answered that. Adrian. Meant lemon soda water. Well, it depends on the amount of lime you're using. If you use a lot of lime with lemon soda water, it's going to be very, very citrusy. So again, adjust the taste. Have a little play, see what you think, and if it's too citrusy, you know, you can't really do too much about it. You have to use plain soda water. But you remember, it all depends on the ice. The soda water, you know, soda water is really only there to add a little bit of extra dilution. If you're using crushed ice, you hardly use any soda water. We're talking like 50 ml of soda water, if that. If you're using cubed ice, because the ice will melt slower, you will add a little bit more soda water. But we're not adding 150, 200 ml of soda water to a mojito. Nothing even remotely close. 50 ml tops. It's just that tiny, tiny little bit of dilution. You shouldn't even be able to taste the fizz. You know, you're not adding that much soda water at all. All right, so hope that cleared that up. Rossi B, have you ever tried coffee Flora? Is that the Flor de Cana? Is that the coconut, the coffee liqueur? Flor de Cana? No, I haven't. Hello, Georgie. How are you? Happy 10 years? What were you? No, 7 years. 9 years. 8 years. I've forgotten. Happy birthday, Georgie. Anyway, hope you've had a good week celebrating. Nice to see you on, darling. Right, right, Samuel. I didn't know that. Lots in the UK. Red leg, cut to the spice, bamboo. Yeah, but again, you're talking. So, Samuel, right? I'm kind of getting where you are now. So you are talking about spiced rums. So what I thought, I think I've got the gist of you now. Basically, you know, you're comparing rum to spiced rum or a rum-based spirit drink. These aren't. So again, to get even more technical, these are spiced rums. This is how I should have explained it. Duppy Share, Chairman's Reserved, all them, gunpowder proof. Yeah, they are spiced rums. Everything down here on this, if they're not flavoured, are rum-based spirit drinks, aka liqueurs, because of the amount of sugar in them. So that's probably an easier way to describe it, if you can get that through your head. So DMF is essentially a liqueur, a rum-based spirit drink, okay? That is a spiced rum. That and that, those two, yeah? So I think that's kind of where you're going. And Bamboo, again, loads of sugar. Even though they call themselves a premium rum brand, they are not. They are a rum-based spirit drink, all right? So, yeah. Right. Oh, both my girls are flirting with each other. Lovely jubbly. Right, Rossi B. I've got to drink my Dax, haven't I? Yeah, I think... Is that what you were talking about a minute ago, Rossi B? Is that the one? I think that's the same one, isn't it? No, I haven't. It is on the radar, but I've got so many coffee liqueurs on here that, yeah, I think I'm miles behind on the old comments. So Trevor's now commenting about these. I love the dryness. Yeah, it's, you know, it's just... I get, as weird as this sounds, even now that ice cube is diluted in there more, I get more tropical notes off the Flor de Cana than I do off the Plantation 3 Stars. It's kind of more, I don't know. The best way for any of you newbies the best way to drink rum is a daiquiri. You know, it's just rum, lime, sugar, job done. Play about with your sugar if you want, but just rum, lime, normal sugar. I'll be honest, I think that muscovado sugar, I think I need to use that mixed with other sugar, because that's very muscovado heavy. I think like 5 ml of muscovado with like 10 ml of sugar syrup. I think that would be great for that. But yeah, Trev, definitely right. It's a very different one, but have a look at the Flor de Cana 12-year-old. I don't know what the prices are. If it's decent enough, have a look at the Flor de Cana 12-year-old and maybe the 15-year-old. If it's a decent price, get it to compare it to El Dorado 12-year-old. Very, you know, I'm not saying it's better. Very, very different rums, but oh my God, I love the Flor de Cana 12. Really do love that. But they're sipping rums. Yeah, you can, you know, you could make daiquiris out of them. Of course you can. But, you know, they are, old fashions, rum fashions, you know, quality. See, I've never had the pleasure, because we can't get it in the UK. I'm only listening to, you know, many of the tiki, every single, like Beach Bum, all these books down here, it's all Lemon Heart 151. Every single time it's all like Lemon Heart, get the Lemon Heart 151, and you're like, I know they probably wouldn't have had OFTD back when those recipes were written, but everything is that. So I've never had the pleasure of Lemon Heart 151. I skipped one. RDA, I don't like them, that's true. Are you drinking them neat, RDA? Because I think this is 43.5. But oh dear God, that is so good. So good. Just needs a little bit of extra dilution. Oh, I've got the burn now from there. You know, Central Galactic, it's like raspberry notes. I did review it. I filmed it about 8 weeks ago now. It's in the fun. Cowboy rum blended with fresh raspberries, cold distilled dehydrated raspberry powder, lime and star anise. You go. So, you know, and there's very little sweetness to this at all, which makes me kind of think that actually this probably would be classed as a spiced rum. There's a bit of sweetness to it, but the raspberry really does punch through on that. It's a real pleasure to drink that neat, as opposed to the DMF, which is great for, you know, it's great for banging out raspberry mojitos, raspberry daiquiris and things like that, but I would never drink that neat, never in a million years. But that, you know, that is really good. Right. Put the Screech on the enemy shelf. What's the enemy shelf? Don't know what the enemy shelf is. That one over there, the Malibu shelf. Okay. Paul uses the raspberry for DMF raspberry for shots. Right, what's this one? It's too long to read there. Flavoured alcohol are the same as making pina colada. Don't use... Yeah, exactly. Diplo. I thought you were talking about Diplo. Yes. See this, right. Diplomatico, Dictador, and a few others are kind of in that sort of no man's land. They're a bit more expensive. Flipping for not. Don Papa is another one. I love Don Papa. I love all those. To be fair, right, Diplo and Dictador would be up there for me with Plantation XO as possibly some of my favourite sipping rums. Would you use them in cocktails? I would be loath to pay, you know, 25, 30, 35 pounds for a rum for cocktails. Sipping, yes, lovely. And I think, I forget which one it is now. I think it's that one. I think the, which one's that, the Insolent? I think that one, actually a full bottle of that is about 70 quid. If I remember rightly. Right, hang on a minute. Where are we? Master of Malts. There we go. And, oh, get off. Dictador Colombia. It's stonking Dictador. Right, here we go. Dictador. Right, where are we? Dictador. Yeah, so oh, a lot more than that. 52 plus VAT. I've got minus VAT on mine. And the Perpetual, is the Perpetual more expensive one? Yeah, the Perpetual's more expensive one. Perpetual 62 plus VAT for a full size bottle of that. But I know I preferred this silver one. Brilliant Colombian rums. But yeah, so again, it's something I will potentially, we'll see how the channel progresses. They are Central American rums. They are very, very different to Spanish, English and French. Whether I get onto sipping rums, I don't know. I love them. I flipping love them. And yes, I do love, I thought it was Diplo. I thought you were talking about Diplo. What's this? Bloody forgot it was Sunday, you twit. Hello. Right. Heard that's great that you mentioned Kalani the other week. Yeah, Kalani's awesome. Diplomatico Reserva. Yeah, I thought that's what you meant. How come you never review it at what time? Because I don't do rum reviews. I've never ever done a rum review on my channel. Never ever ever have I done a rum review. I've done a spiced rum review, but I've never ever ever touched rums. And it's only now, I've done rum cocktails, but it's only now that I'm going to get into the cheaper end of mixing rums. That's all. I've never this is the big thing. This is what I'm trying to get. They are rums. Okay, they're not spiced rums. They're not rum-based spirit drinks. They are rums. Even though the rum gurus and the anoraks will argue that there's too much sugar in them to be rum, we're talking like literally like that much in a bottle, like point whatever it is 0.007 mmol or whatever whatever they're talking about. But I've never ever done a rum review. Never. I haven't done it. All right, so that's why I've never done it, because I don't do rum reviews. Right. Right, there we go. He gets it. Florida Cannon cheap here. 4-year-old was $25. What's that then? That's like, Jesus Christ. I would pay that in pounds, I think. So what are you talking, like 14, 15 quid there? Probably cheaper than that. Florida Cannon is for 20 to 22. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Right. Hamilton. So again, it's something we don't really. I can get one of them over here, but it's again, it's another brand that's very much not the main thing over here in the UK. Weirdly, it's like Worthy Park. Worthy Park is out here, but again, it's unless you're a rum guru, it's not. Sorry, I'm still fighting off a cold and the lurgy. You know, wholesaler wise, unless you go to a proper specialist, a proper out and out specialist, all these, Worthy Park, Hamilton, what's the other one? What's the other one I've been talking about? I don't know. They will never be listed on your supply lists. Really, really hard to get because they're not mainstream. Not many bars would carry them. So they're kind of hard to get. How come? Home now. So many mojitos. Yeah, see, that's a good shout. That's a very, very good shout. I think I've still got a can of Sister Soda up here, the pineapple one. I've definitely got. I can't reach the pineapple one if I've got a pineapple one, but I've definitely got a lime one. There we go. Look, guava and lime. Woohoo, Sister Soda. I think I've got a pineapple one there somewhere. Yeah, good shout. Quirky mojitos, because those sodas are non-sugar. You just simply swap them out. Right. Don Papa, yeah. Such a great sipper, but also loaded with sugar, which is right. Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't. Yeah, it's those things. They are cocktail rums. They are definitely not cocktail rums. Yeah, they're in shot. So again, we know the XO plantation, the 20th anniversary. We know that is loaded with sugar. Not for most of you, not as loaded as sugar with something like that. Absolutely nowhere near as loaded as sugar as something like that. But yeah, for rum geeks, yes, they are loaded with sugar. So yeah, right. RJ, hello RJ. What would you recommend for someone who's used to love rum but overdid it with rum on too many nights out? Oh, depends what you overdid it with rum with. See, I'm the same with tequila. It's that standard thing when you're young. Shots of tequila, it's Jose Curvo, it just puts you off for life. Once you taste decent tequila, you're like, oh, okay, I really like tequila. So it's that same thing. You know, you've probably overdone. I'm guessing you wouldn't in your youth. I'm guessing you wouldn't have overdone it with decent rum. You would have overdone it with shitter rum. So, and that's, there's no way to, there's no, you know, when I'm saying shitter rum, I love all rum. And that's the thing, I love all rum. But you have to at some point say that this is shit compared to this. You know, so I don't mean it's shit as in, oh, don't touch it. I just mean shit as it's not the quality of this. That's all. I'm not slating it because I love it. I would drink any rum. I would quite happily drink Aldi's £15, whatever it's called now. They've rebranded. It's not Sea Dog. What's it called? I forget what it's called now. But I'll quite happily drink Aldi's £15 rum because it's actually really, really good. But it's still shit in quality compared to like Chairman's, your Appletons, your Mount Gay, your Dawleys, all that sort of stuff. So it just depends. You know, if you're talking spiced rum, then drink proper rum. If you're talking proper rum, then go for a better rum. Simple as that. Yeah, dosage. I know there's a few. I don't even. I'm in them. I don't pay attention to them. I ignore them now. I get it. It's like I do get it. I do understand it because it's the skill. It's the skill of distilling. And the skill of producing a good rum. And I get it. And that's why some rums are 60, 70, 100, 200 pounds a bottle. I get it. Because it is how they distill it. It's the labour of love. As opposed to the just bash it out and get it out there. You know, Richard Seal, who's, you know, is Foursquare, you know, that Dawley's is a really good rum there. Really, really good. And he's one of the go-to. He's one of the best distillers in the world. Of rum, and I get why he has passion. I get why people would pay £150 for some of his rums because, you know, it's that skill of producing lots of different rums, potentially blending them together using a mixture of pot still, column still, blending them together to get that final rum. I get it. I get the fascination about it, but there's also a point. It's the malt whiskey career. You know, people can understand that probably with malt whiskey and wine. You know, wine. Bring it back to the example I used earlier about wine. You know, New Zealand Sauvignon Blancs versus Chilean Sauvignon Blancs. Both taste brilliant, but for some unknown reason, quality-wise, New Zealand Sauvignon Blancs, especially for us in the UK, are 2, 3, 4 times the price of Chilean Sauvignon Blancs. And that's exactly what it is. It's the skill, it's the labour of love that's involved. That's all it is with it. So I get it. I get what I appreciate, but it's not to the point where you should be slagging. So some of them will even slag. You know, Plantation gets hit massively in the rum groups. It does. They hate it. Dictador, they hate because of the sugar. And we're talking like we're literally talking about that much sugar added, not even to a bottle, to a barrel. You know, we're talking tiny amounts of sugar. We're not talking like that much sugar in a bottle. We're talking probably that much sugar in a whole barrel of what, 800-900 bottles. You know, it's marginal amounts. So I get they love it. I'm just saying they shouldn't bash it because these are brilliant rums for mixing for cocktails. Rum and Cokes, you know, Mount Gay rum and Coke is brilliant. So, hey Gareth on Facebook, I hope you're still there. God, we're going up, aren't we? We're going up 9 o'clock is when we go up in views. Finest call. Do you know what? I have, years and years ago, I haven't since they've gone up a notch in, they got took over about 5 years ago. Because for some reason, no one really sells them. I think you can get them on Amazon and places like that, but no suppliers ever sell them. And I don't know why. I don't know who distributes them now. So Finest Call are not even on my radar. They used to be terrible. They absolutely used to be terrible. What they're like now, I couldn't possibly comment. But yeah, we wouldn't touch them with a barge pole years and years ago. But I know they've been bought out or changed distributors. And I know they've kind of reformulated some of the recipes that they use. But, you know, no major wholesaler supplies them. Sells them. So yeah, I don't know. I think it might even be the Kuiper. I don't know. I can't think for the life of me who's got Finest Call these days. But when you've got brands like Funkin, like Monin, for the puree sort of stuff, Real, ODK, you know, finest cool. Yeah. Yes, there we go. Hey Jackie, oh, let's say hello to Jackie. Hey Jackie, bought a bottle of Kalani. What, Jackie, what do you think of it? I know you commented, how long ago did you comment? Oh, it must have been like 8 or 9 minutes ago. Sorry Jackie, we're just getting around to it now. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? It's good. Have you managed to not stick a straw in it and drink it? Right, Ross. Trevor is chatting to Ross, so I don't need to read that, I'm assuming. Right. Oh, the Welshman. Did someone else, who said that a minute ago? Was that you, the Welshman? Oh, that is you, Gareth. Sorry, Facebook to YouTube. Yes, we've caught up now. Right, the Void. Overdone it with Captain Morgan's. Everyone's overdone it with Captain Morgan's. But Captain Morgan's is like, it's not enough. It's not, Captain Morgan's is not terrible enough to put you off. It shouldn't be. You know, it's not like a really dodgy tequila. It's not the best quality, but it's not bad enough to put you off. It's everyone's entry point to rum. Of course it is. You know, this very bottle, well not this bottle, but this very drink was what got me into rum in 1995. You know, I have to thank that rum, although it looked massively different back then. I have to thank that rum for getting me into rum. Because, you know, I was just, all right, he didn't look that big, but I was like naive and 18-year-old and gullible and just like, oh, he looks pretty cool. And all my mates were drinking like Jack Daniels and Stella and all the Kronenberg and Stella and all that sort of thing. And I was just like, he looks quite cool. I'm going to try one of those with Coke, and just fell in love with it. And that's how my rum journey started back in 1995. So, you know, and I would never say it's not as good a quality as anything up there, but it's not bad enough to turn you off. Right, we are bottom of barrel, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, there we go. Lydia, hello, Lydia. What are your top rum choices? Oh. See, I've got this video planned and I haven't even really contemplated it because I know Trevor V will back me up here. It depends on the tiki cocktail. It depends, you know, tiki can go in all shapes and sizes. Even other ingredients that we're using, things like pimento dram, for instance, which is like an allspice liqueur, compared to falernum, you know, you don't really want to use Trevor. This is where I was going with Trevor V, because I flipping love this. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous rum. There is no other rum that I will ever find that competes with this on that level. It's just tropical notes, just totally tropical Fiji rum. It's like nothing I've ever tasted. But I wouldn't mix that with pimento allspice dram. You want like a kind of Demerara rum. Or an over so yeah, well, it's Demerara rum. But you kind of want something. So it depends on the tiki drinks. But top 5 normal. I can't even narrow it down to top 5. I think you need to find your favourite kind of Jamaican rum. And I'm going to add to this as well. But I've got Appleton's there and I've got Zymaca there. For me, Zymaca, I would probably have over Appleton. But then if we go to Appleton 8-year-old, which is the next level up, oh, that's quite good. So Jamaican gives off like a banana-y kind of funk kind of vibe to it, and that's why we kind of like Jamaican rums, the sort of high esters. I'm not getting involved in esters tonight. We'll talk about that another time. So I think you need a Jamaican rum. I think you need a Demerara rum. Again, find your Demerara rum. Potentially Eldorado 5-year-old, maybe Eldorado 8-year-old, but I'd probably stick with the 5-year-old. I think you need a Bajan rum. Again, I'm probably, just for loyalty, I'm probably going by the plantation Bajan, but I have to say I do like Dawley's. And to be fair, you could even go head to head with a St. Lucian rum or a Trinidad and Tobago. What's the brand in Trinidad? Can't think. Mental block. What's the rum brand in Trinidad? I can't think. But you probably go head to head with like a Bajan rum and St. Lucian rum. But then you also kind of need like Spanish style of rums as well to give that. Havana's Club Especial is like a great, great rum. Super smooth. You know, it was probably up there with one of the best budget rums to drink neat. Especial. You know, so yeah, I'd kind of categorise it like that. Have a Bajan, have a Jamaican, have a Demerara rum. I think that's where you kind of need to start. But I'm going to take people on that journey. It's way too complex to explain in like 5 minutes. So I'm going to take people on that journey. Hey, Timmy K, how are you? Rum, bullion and Coke. Oh yeah, see, this is something else I want to get into. I want to get into like rum and Cokes. I'm forgetting which one's which now. The ices. That's the plantation. That's the Florida canner. Yeah. Right. Oh, Slim Jim. Hello, Slim Jim. How are you? Yeah, I'm back now for the foreseeable. There is one Sunday, mid-September, 12th of September, is it, that I won't be on because it's our bar show, and I'll be down in London. Although if it's a bar willing, I might see if I can hook myself up with a live show from a bar in London. That would be quite funny. But yeah, I'm back now for the foreseeable. Right, what's this? What's he saying? Yeah, but it's not 42 grams per bottle, is it? It's 42 grams per barrel. Or per... So you know, that... I don't think over in Canadian land you would have tasted like these sort of spiced rums. But we are talking like that in a bottle. Possibly more. You know, there'll be more sugar in this than a full fat Coke. And something like that. We're not talking anything remotely like that in plantation. You know, these I'd love. You'd never find out in a million years, but I would love to find out the amount of sugar that's added to these. They will never ever display it. You'll never know. But a rough guess. I don't know which one that is specifically talking about, Trevor. But a rough guess, I would say that there's probably 5 or 6 times as much sugar in this than there is in any of the plantations, even the plantation XO. So that's what, you know, this is where the UK market is. The UK market is spiced, okay, for a lot of the entry levels. So this is the sugar levels we are content with. So yeah. What's this? Since got home here for 2 more years, kids loving the back bar. Hey kids! Yeah, I said that. I've just lost 2 now. Who have we got on? Where is everyone? We've got people on Facebook. Hello, people on Facebook. Right. Oh, this is a big one. He's chatting to Trevor. The 2 Trevors that are living they live just down the road from each other in Canadian land. Yeah, they're chatting about sugar levels. George, knocking out the Mount Gay mojitos last night. Yeah, George, knocking out. Oh, what was that for, George? Pub, bar, at home party? What, you know? Mount Gay mojitos. And was it the Eclipse? Or, yeah, it was. You wouldn't have wasted Black Barrel on mojitos, surely. Trevor. The banter is real. Trevor number 2. That's brilliant. That's brilliant banter. Don't rise to it, Trevor V. Don't rise to it. I've tried Navy Dark Rum and it was horrible. But, right, okay. So, Ash, this is something we have to clarify again, is what are we talking about Navy Dark Rum? Because I think I haven't actually seen a bottle of Lamb's rum for a long, long time. But Lamb's used to classify itself as a Navy rum. If you're comparing Lamb's, Captain Morgan, I swear Captain Morgan's used to say Navy rum. Like years ago. It might not have done, but it might just be in my head. But I swear Lamb's used to say Navy rum. It might still do. But if you compare Lamb's Navy rum to Puss's proper Navy rum, and there's a couple of other Navy rum brands out there. So traditionally Navy rum meant strength. Okay, that's kind of gone out the window, but traditionally when you're talking about Navy rum, you're talking about 57% because that's the ABV where gunpowder will still ignite in the rum. That's what Navy strength means. However, Puss's started this because Puss's needed to... So the blue label Puss's that we get in the UK, here we go, we're going down rabbit holes now. Puss's blue label that we get in the UK was the gunpowder proof. Puss's had to rebrand because they just weren't selling because it was too strong. So the blue label, which used to be the gunpowder proof, which is now the black label, ignoring that's spiced, but the normal gunpowder proof was the old blue label. That's the original Navy rum. But they had to rebrand, they had to reformulate, so they created this 40% ABV. They then called the Navy rum. So basically they took the Navy rum down to 40% ABV, and then they took the existing Navy rum, which was 57% or 57.5, 54.5. They took that original 54.5% Navy rum and rebranded it gunpowder proof, because that's the ABV that gunpowder was still igniting. So again, it depends. Pussers will taste a million miles away from like Lamb's Navy rum. So it all depends on what Navy rum you've had, and there's only a few out there these days. But Navy rum, traditionally, I said 57, it's 54.5. Traditionally is that when you can set fire. This should be an experiment. Can we set fire? Can we? Of course we can. We can legally. Right. Rum and OJ, do it now. No, rum and OJ. I have got that. Rum, rum bullion, Jaffa cake, or Chairman's Reserve. You have to pick one. Oh, that's a toughie. So again, so we've got 3 different categories of rum here. What do we say? What's it going? Chairman's Reserve, spiced or normal? I don't know. This was, how long ago was this? This was probably half an hour ago, Naomi. I've got to hide it to see the timestamp. Hang on, hide. 3. So this was 9 minutes ago. Oh God, I'm 9 minutes behind. So we've got 3. I'm going to assume you mean spiced rums. Oopsie. I'm going to assume you mean spiced rums, and not the Chairman's Reserve normal, because that would be an unfair competition. With Coke, okay, I'll narrow it down like this because you haven't said that. With Coke, I'm going Chairman's Reserve. Neat, I'm going rum bullion. And that's really harsh on the Jaffa cake because I kind of like that, but that's how I'm going. Coke, so neat, Chairman's Reserve. Hang on, what did I say? Oh, I'm changing my mind even. I can't remember what I just said. I'm changing my mind now. Yeah. With Coke, I'm going Chairman's Reserve. Neat, I'm going rum bullion. Rum bullion is just a tiny bit sweeter. And for me, Chairman's Reserve makes a better Coke. But that's not to say I don't like it neat, because I flipping love it neat. That's a tough one. That's a really tough one. However, if you'd have said rum bullion Navy strength, I would have gone for rum bullion Navy strength all day long, because that is flipping phenomenal. Because it's stronger, it cuts through the sugar added much easier. It's just a glorious rum. So yeah, that was a tough one. Oh. Paul's chatting to George, that's fine. Trevor's chatting to Lydia, that's cool. Gareth's back on Facebook now. He's confused me. He's on Facebook and YouTube. Have you done any cocktails with Fireball whiskey? No, but I have done cocktails with Jack Daniel's Tennessee Fire, which is the same thing. So that answers that one. Mr. Thomas is still here. Thank you, Mrs. Thomas, for letting him out to play. Oh, okay, he was. Angostura. Angostura, that's the Trinidad rum. Yes, there we go. How can I forget that? So I need some Angostura, the 3-year-old, the white rum. I need some 1919. I used to love the 1919. Absolutely love the 1919. But again, that's an aged rum. So yeah, I will be going the 3-year-old and the 5-year-old Angostura. They're just out of stock everywhere in the UK from what I can find at the moment. All my suppliers. There's lots out of stock at the moment. Pussers is massively out of stock all over the UK at the moment as well. Right, okay. Which was the raspberry rum you... This one, Central Galactica. It's a Master of Malt brand. So it's the same people, hence they're all together. It's exactly the same people as Jaffa Cake, as Rum Bullion. It's a Master of Malt brand, Atom Brands. Honestly, it's quite strong, but it's really nice. Central Galactic. That's the... you have to read the small print to get the raspberry. I had no idea it was raspberry until I tasted it. And I was like, oh, that's really different. Really cool. So Caribbean rum blended with fresh raspberries, cold distilled, dehydrated raspberry powder, lime and star anise. I don't get too much star anise on it, but oh, that's really good. Bearing in mind it's strong and nowhere near as sweet as DMF raspberry, okay? Right, hide that. Lydia. So Lydia's still chatting to. Which Lydia is this? Lydia, do I know you, Lydia? Yeah, I don't know what I've just caught. I think I've missed the whole conversation here. But Smith and Cross is another one we struggle to get in the UK. That's the other brand I was trying to think of. We just can't. For some reason, I don't know where you are, Lydia, but for some reason, Smith and Cross, cracking Jamaican rum, we just do not get it in the UK. Bizarrely, I don't know why. Don't know. We can. It's just not like what's the word? Mainstream. It's just not mainstream in the UK. It should be, but yeah. Right. Do the live in London on Monday. Yeah. Well, I'm taking over Drink Stuff's Instagram on the Monday of the bar. I know exactly what that refers to. So yeah. So I might be doing live from Drink Stuff on that. So that'll be that. Oh yeah, I forgot about the agricole in that. You kind of need you do kind of need an agricole for that. But yeah, agricole will just give you, making Mai Tais with an agricole just gives it that. I couldn't drink that with daiquiris. It's just got too much grassy, herbal, funky shit going on with it. I couldn't do daiquiris with that, but adding it to a Mai Tai or something like that, just a little tiny bit, just to give it that extra dimension, it's really, really good. Again, Le Mornay and JH Rum is out of stock in the UK. We can't get it. I wouldn't have had that by choice, but I'm going to get 2 or 3 agricoles just to compare them. So I'll get Damiso. I could have got. I will get the boys Skylarks. I will get Damiso in. But yeah, just Le Mornay JH Rum. Is that out of stock? Right, Rush Gunline. Hello, Rush Gunline. How are you? Lydia. Cool. Just make sure you do a live. Yeah, I'll be back then. It's my birthday. Oh, look out. It's a Trevor V. Well, surely Trevor V. Surely Trevor Rose. Surely Mrs. Rose is going to be taking you out for your birthday. Surely you're not going to be in watching StB live on your birthday, are you? Really? There. RDA. Cool. RDA. If you could get, I'm sure Master and Mob do it. If you get a little sample of the Navy Strength, try it, because it's expensive, but it's so good, so good. It was lambs. How did I know it was lambs? I knew it was lambs. That's, lambs is down there with Captain Morgan's. I can't slag them off. They're not in the quality of proper rums. They fit the market very, very well. You have to remember, back in the early 90s, and probably before that, but way up until sort of 2003, 4, 5, Lambs and Captain Morgan's were pretty much the only rums most pub or bars could get. 2002, 2003 was when suppliers, bearing in mind we could get them if we went to niche suppliers, but mainstream suppliers started getting like Mount Gaze in, started getting Appleton's in, started getting Eldorado and Angostura 1919 were like 2 of my first proper rums that I managed to stock. So Eldorado 12, Angostura 1919. I was just so amazed. 2003 that was. I was just so amazed by these aged rums that I'd never kind of contemplated before, never had the pleasure of tasting before. So Lambs and Captain Morgan's were it. But now we're so lucky. Things have, changed massively in the last 20 years. Massively. Yes. See, they'll never publish how much sugar's gone into it, but there's a lot of sugar. There's a lot of sugar gone into it. Sorry, I need some water again. Kraken compared to spiced rums, totally different. So Kraken is not a dark rum. Kraken is a spiced rum. Okay, and again, You know, this is the whole journey. This will be even more videos, but dark rums, the majority of dark rums will be no different to, where should we go? The majority of dark rums on the market will be no different to that. They'll just have a lot more caramel and a bit of molasses added to them to make them dark, all right? It's only proper brands, like your Pusses. What else up there? Plantation OD has got a little bit of colour in it. There's no laws. Most islands, most countries don't prohibit colouring added to it, but it will be marginal. You know, we're not, you know, it's not that. I know for a fact that's a white rum. That is absolutely a white rum that's just been coloured up. That's all Captain Morgan's is. It's a coloured, unaged white rum. Sorry, colourless, unaged white rum. The caramel and molasses colourings are added to it. Okay, that's all they are. So yeah, it depends to the dark rums you've had. But again, don't forget, Kraken is a spiced rum. The quality of the actual rum in Kraken is going to be no better than Captain Morgan's. It's just the different spices and flavourings and the amount of sugar that's added to make it more palatable. It is not a great quality rum. It's a good spiced rum, but it's not a great quality rum. All right? And please, I keep saying it, I'm not bashing, I love my spiced rums, but now I'm trying to make the distinction to get people to understand the difference between rum and spiced rums, all right? So that's the kind of the level, the playing ground that I'm playing in these days, all right? That's kind of what I want to get into. I'm never going to bash spiced rums because I love spiced rums. Absolutely love them, they're fun, they're proper fun. But you cannot compare Kraken or any other darker spiced rums with a proper dark molasses based rum. El Dorado, probably 8-year-old, being the pinnacle of the darker rums, all right? Yes, a tiny bit of sugar, a tiny bit of colouring added to it, but they would be your dark rums, all right? Sea Dog, yeah, it's not called Sea Dog now, they've rebranded it, haven't they? Yeah, oh, hang on. Yeah, it's nice. They've rebranded Sea Dog, changed the label. Yeah, I've got the spiced Sea Dog. I haven't got the normal Sea Dog. George, what's this? Right. Definitely not the Black Barrel. Barbecue in the sun. Cool. Right, Kevin. Now that you're rum only, are you stocking up on the best mixes? Yep, that's going to be something. I mean, I kind of did them a little bit on my other channel. I think I'm going to pull a halt to my other channel because there's going to be too much crossover. But yes, there will be mixes. I will be doing, there'll be stuff like that. Probably not the fun, the Larry stuff like this. I haven't filmed this yet, but like, I don't even know what this is. Like, I picked this up from Aldi just purely for giggles. God knows what that's going to taste like, fruit salad. So I probably won't get into them, but yes. And just for the record, you will see this coming out in a video next week on the Drink Stuff channel. That is my answer to Lilt, and that is flipping sexy. That is Aldi's Lilt, and oh my God, it is good. I really love. That's my new favourite. I do love Ting, but that is good. That is very good. Tropical Blast from Aldi. It's like fake Lilt, but good Lilt. All right. So, yeah. If you can get away with selling Lilt or selling Aldi products on your bars, Kevin, that's going to be good. Rum and Tropical Blast. Oh, so good. RDA. Should I mix that with Coke? Oh, what have I chatting about? What did I RDA? Oh, I'm scrolling back. I can't think. What? Do you like dark rum? For me, it tastes a lot different. Dark rum, yeah, dark rum, Coke. Depending on the actual rum, you know, the El Dorados will be wasted on Coke. They are proper out and out cocktail rums, mixing rums. Yeah, they'll taste great with Coke, but you know, that's the difference. Kraken is designed for Kraken and Coke, Kraken and ginger. You know, they are not brilliant at cocktails, like proper tiki cocktails. That's the difference. Jack. So Jack wants to talk about tequila. Do you like Patron? I do. I'm more of a Don. It's not saying I don't like Patron. I don't like the coffee, the XO, But I actually, palate wise, I'm actually more of Don Julio. I really do like it. I've properly got into Don Julio. Cascabel is my kind of everyday tequila. Really like Cascabel, can quite happily drink that. But for a nice one, I've got quite into Don Julio. Not knocking Patron, it's just for some reason I don't know enough about tequila. I can't really talk about tequila, only in the fact that I know lowland tequila is different to Highland tequila, and again it's all the terroir and all that malarkey. But yeah, my education on tequila would probably last about 2 minutes. My education on rum would probably last for a few weeks. That's the difference. So I kind of know the difference between mezcal and tequila, but again I couldn't really confidently educate people on it because that's not my area, right? Waiting for me. It's only because you're flipping rums a stupid price over there. Jesus Christ. Calm down, Trevor. I'm going to call you Trevor number 2 just for that. Right. Slim Jim. I know I'm massively behind in the comments. I know that. 17. I'm nearly 10 minutes behind now. I need to catch up. Have you ever tried spicy rum with Coca-Cola mixes? The smoky one is very tasty. It might be delisted, but yeah, I did a whole video. I take it you mean the posh Coca-Cola ones. Yeah, overrated. Didn't really get them. Hence, I'm pretty sure they're actually delisting them now. But yeah, that's a conversation for another day. Sam. Spiced rum, nice choice. Those 3 I think really cheap. Awesome. Oh, little butterfly. Hello, little butterfly. Oh. Right. Ross is talking to Trevor. That's yours. Trevor, of course you're live. It's only 1 p.m. Alright, primer for the night out. Right, okay, here we go. There's a salted caramel rum which is rated very highly. I think you rated it 2 swallows. Have you got me in my bar? 2 swallows is right there. Who's that? RD8, 2 swallows is right there. That'll always be behind my bar. Up there with Rum Bullion and Chairman's Reserve is my top 3 spiced rums. And again, so this, just to clarify, this is DDL rum, Demerara Distiller Limited, which produces El Dorado. The same as Belgrove up there. They are DDL rums. So the base quality of that rum is as good as El Dorado rum. That's why I love it. So salted caramel and candied citrus. Absolutely gorgeous. Happily drink this neat, happily drink this mixed. Cracking. Sugar wise compared to DMF, not even remotely in the same ballpark. You know, I would say just on neat tasting, I know it's really uncouth coming out of the bottles. Just on neat tasting and the mouthfeel, probably 4 times the amount of sugar in that compared to that. Just the way it coats my lips and the way it goes down. You know, the amount of sugar that goes in, I'd absolutely love to see the amount of sugar added to these. I'm not saying that's bad. I'm not saying that's a bad product. I'm just trying to explain the difference. That's all. DMF and Coke. I'll quite happily have a DMF and Coke. If you just said to me, oh, we're going out for the night tonight and all you can drink is DMF and Coke, I would quite happily enjoy that night out. You know, I would. I'd probably burp quite a lot because I can't handle the gas too much, but I'm quite happy on it. I'm just trying to kind of get it across to people, the difference between the sugar level, between rums and spiced rums, okay? RDA. Woods, there we go. Woods is another cracking. Cheers, Claire. That's what I was trying to think of. Woods, I think is DDL. I think it's Demerara Distiller Limited. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it comes out of I don't know. I'm sure Woods comes out of Guyana. Don't know. But yeah, Woods, again, is a stronger rum. 54, 57. I can't think of the ABV off the top of my head, but it's a stronger one. But probably one of the best examples of a dark rum, navy rum, that you'll probably ever taste. I'm sure it's DDL. I'm sure it's Demerara Distillers Limited in Guyana. Same people that make Pepsi, effectively. The base ingredient from Pepsi is over the road from same property, same postcode, if they do postcodes, zip codes, whatever they do, as same people as El Dorado. Pepsi. That's why I prefer Pepsi over Coke. Here we go. Lamb spiced is £12 a bottle in Booker's. Is it any good? Yes, very sweet. Brilliant one for apple juice. Apple and I can't get it easily. I don't think without disturbing stuff. My favourite all-time mixer. I've got my mic on me. I've got it here. Yes, my favourite all-time mixer for lambs spiced is this. That is very, very sexy with lambs spiced. Corsten Press apple and ginger juice. Absolutely amazing. For some reason, and it was even when Lambs Spiced launched it back in 2012, 2013, back when Lamb Spice launched it, they launched it with apple juice. That was their go-to serve because everyone else was doing rum and coke. Lamb Spiced and apple juice was that. However, that apple and ginger juice just works. The spices they use, so it's quite a lot sweeter, quite a lot than, it's a hell of a lot sweeter than Captain Morgan Spiced, for example. But it just lends itself more to appley, gingery notes. Whereas Captain Morgan Spice, or whatever we call it, Morgan Spiced and Sailor Jerry and all that lend themselves more to the Coke side of things. Yeah, it's just sweeter, that's all. But yeah, it's nice. I would put it a cheaper version of Bumbu. Bumbu's got a little bit more to it, but a cheaper version of Bumbu. And a very few other spiced rums that I would put in the same sort of spicing category as lambs. All right, so for that price, just get a bowl. You know, you soon drink it. Cricket Club for years. Oh, see, we used to go through so many bottles of lambs and black. All the old guys had lambs and blackcurrant cordial. Hilarious, right? There's more expensive. Yeah, so there's black. So Samuel, we're going up. So black. Oh, which way round is it? Black Barrel is next up, and XO is the one after. I'm sure that's the right way around. And XO is the next one up after that. I'm sure. There's Black Barrel, there's XO, and they've probably got more after that, but I'm not really aware of the other ones because I've not really had too much dealing with Mount Gay through my whole career, to be honest. It's not a brand. I don't even know who ports it into the UK these days. Oh, Remy Quadro. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Trevor Rose. Remy Cointreau. Remy Martin Cognac. Same people, look. Same quality, innit? So yeah, Remy Martin, Remy Cointreau are responsible. I've just not really had too much dealings with them. So there's Black Barrel and there's XO, but which way round it goes, I don't know. Because sipping rum, so I've always been El Dorado Plantation and Angostura 1919. What other sipping rums? I was never really Appleton sipping rum fan. Oh, Flor de Cana, 12, 15, even the. See, this is the weird thing, right? Flor de Cana sipping rums, the 12, the 15, I think they're doing 18 as well, but I can't remember. But the 21-year-old is phenomenal. Really, really good. Whereas El Dorado is the opposite way around for me. I stop at El Dorado 12-year-old because I don't think the 15 and the 21-year-old are as good as the 12-year-old. But when you start going up with Flor de Cana, they are just amazing. So Trevor Rose, that would be a really good one for you. Hayden, hello Hayden. Sorry you've had to wait half an hour. I do love to waffle. Really sorry. I'm 15 minutes behind now. Oh. Do you know what? I haven't done it yet. I've got to get it. One of my favourite mixes, and I had a massive rant about this. Schweppes said we're just 2-3 years too early. One of my favourite mixes was the Muscovado Spirit Mixer, which was specifically designed. Schweppes did it, specifically designed for rums and whiskies, and I thought it was phenomenal. I loved it. They delisted it because it didn't sell, because as I said, they were 2 or 3 years ahead of their time. Monin have now released this Muscovado sugar syrup. I need to have a little play about with that, a little bit of soda, a little bit of that in soda, and I reckon I can recreate that Schweppes' mixer. Whether it would be 5 or 10 mil in 100 mil of soda, I don't know, but I'm going to have a little play at recreating that. That is one of my all-time favourite mixes, that Muscovado mixer. And if you see it online, do not buy it. It'll be out of date. I know places are still selling it, but it was well and truly out of date because they stopped making it 18 months ago. But they listed it 2 years ago, 18 months ago, so they would have stopped making it before that. But yeah, and do you know what? And stuff like that actually. Ting is a great one, but Lilt is a really, really good one. And my other favourite one, I cannot not. How many knots do I need? I cannot not mention this. 2 knots. There we go. But that. And Kevin will back me up here. The full fat version of Fever Tree Spiced Orange Ginger Ale knocks spots off the semi-skimmed, refreshingly light shit. All right. If you could get the full fat version, go for it, because that is quite possibly one of my favourite mixes for rum. Love it. Absolutely love it. So you want the full fat, not the refreshingly light semi-skimmed stuff. All right. Amazing. Love it. There we go. Right. Wood's awful. Woods you can set fire to though. Trevor's chatting to Vicky to Jackie, sorry. Blah blah blah. Ting is a good mixer. Oh wait, here we go. Oh, is this gin? Is it true? No. That's all the answer you're getting onto that. No. Is it true that Bombay Sapphire, how could it be the best gin? They only started distilling it themselves like 4 years ago. It was outsourced until then. And sue me for slander, Bombay. Tell me it's not true. Allegedly. It's funny though that they only built their distillery. Well, I forget when they built their distillery now, but the brand's been around for donkey's years. So that's all we're saying there. No, look, it's a great gin. It was designed, the whole story about Bombay, if we're going to talk about gin, the whole story about Bombay, it was designed by, without going into too much detail on brand history and all that, it was designed to really attract vodka fans to the gin market, because Gordon's Gin was smashing the market because it was the only gin really available back in the day, back in the late 90s. So everything was Diageo, Gordon's Gin, Gordon's Gin, Gordon's Gin. They decided Pernod Ricard. I don't know. Pernod Ricard. I'm going to go with Pernod Ricard. Don't know. Mental block. Pernod Ricard decided, right, we're going to play Gordon's Gin. We're going to play Diageo at their own game. So we are going to create a gin for vodka lovers, because all gin is flavoured vodka, and that is true. It's just juniper flavoured vodka. That's all gin is. So they came out with this gin, really delicately infused with botanicals, so it didn't really have the punchy juniper kick like other gins. So that's why the blue bottle, they put it in the blue bottle to make it iconic, so it caught people's eyes. So Bombay. Diageo then bought it very, very quickly, delisted it, so Gordon's Gin went bang on again. They had Plymouth Gin as well, Diageo, and that's kind of Allied. Oh no, it wasn't. It was Allied de Mec. It wasn't Pernod Ricard. It was Allied de Mec back in the day. But anyway, yeah, it was designed for a gin for vodka lovers, so vodka lovers could start drinking gin, so they could get a bit of that market as opposed to stealing Gordon's Gin's gin market. That's all it was. All right. And no, they didn't distill it themselves until whenever, mid to 2010s. There we go. So yes, true story. I'm good one for knowledge bombs. There we go. Where's your DMF cherry? I haven't got it yet because I wasn't kind of sure. So we will get it, Josh. Don't you worry. Oh, hang on. I've missed a few comments here. Oh, sorry. Oh, right. Hang on. Right, I'll come back to that one, whatever that was. All your recommendations have been spot on. 2 Swallows rum I've never seen tried. Honestly, 2 Swallows is really, really good. I do love the orange and ginger. I love all of Hursty's brands. The orange and ginger one is really good, but I will be brutally honest. If you want an orange and ginger rum, and they haven't made it onto my back bar, but if you want an orange and ginger, Karasimbi, so the Gorilla Spirits guys, that is gorgeous. Blood orange, vanilla, cinnamon, that is absolutely gorgeous. This needs room on my back bar. And Moon Cursor as well, another Cornish brand. Sorry, you won't. There we go. They are brilliant, and this has got slight hints of, I forget what it is now. Yeah, vanilla, orange, ginger, and cinnamon. I think both of those. Sorry, Hursty, I know you know I love you, but I think both of those smash 2 Swallows, orange and ginger. But the other one stands on itself, stands on its own. Right, that's that. So hide that. Right, let's come back to RDA. Sickly after a bowl. Yep, exactly. That's all it is. Where's your DMF cherry? Haven't got it yet. I've answered that. So we will be getting it because I've got room back here. So we'll be getting it. I think I've seen. Oh yeah, there we go. We're talking about mixers. I've seen Rubicon have brought what? I think I've seen Rubicon have brought out a passion fruit and pineapple soda. Ooh, potential. I've not seen that. Right. Oh, Paul. Ah, there we go. Paul, I've probably just burst Paul's bubble. Sorry. Do you do a service where you can come to your bar and try different rums? No, but that is a dream that I kind of want to get to, but I've just not got it. It's tiny in here. I've not got the capacity to do that. But yes, that is a long-term dream. I would love to be able to do that and turn this into like a teaching school as well. Who knows? Who knows where the future lies? But not at the moment. But yes, it would be good. Kevin, please play with it. Oh, that, yes. Okay, I'm on it. Sorry, we're catching up. How long am I behind now? 37. Oh, I'm catching up. I'm only 7 minutes behind. Bought a full case of Fever Tree. Full fat all the way. Yes, Kevin. Yeah, Kevin. So I can't. It's this weird thing. People, right, you know, people look at me something stupid when I had the rants about Fever Tree's Mediterranean tonic water. You know, the full fat Mediterranean tonic water knocks spots off the Refreshingly Light. It is just a completely and utterly different mixer. And so is their elderflower, and so is their ginger ale and all that sort of stuff. They've just started, it's got to the point, and I'm sure there's more people having rants about this, but it's gotten to the point now where I've started to see, my members have seen me posting this now, got to the point where supermarkets are actually starting to carry both. Because even people are realising, because the Refreshingly Light stuff is just terrible. It's absolutely terrible. When you taste the full fat stuff, you're like, wow, this is really, really good. Really good. But when you taste the Refreshingly Light, the elderflower, the Mediterranean, the aromatic is terrible compared to the full fat version. You just notice the massive difference. Fever Tree's Mediterranean tonic water, I would happily have all day long. I love it. It's really good. The Refreshingly Light stuff is terrible. And that is exactly the same for their ginger ales. The full fat stuff is mind-blowing. It's so good. The semi-skimmed version, I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't drink it. It's just, it's not great. And, you know, they've done it for the tax, the sugar tax. I get it. But there's not that much more sugar in it, to be fair. It's like we're talking like literally milligrams of sugar difference. Tiny amounts just for the sugar tax. But the taste is completely different. So there we go. Right. Oh, Trevor's on there. It's not the best gin. There we go. So I had my rant about Beefeater. Get your finger out. Measures substitute for good Schweppes Dark Spirit. Yeah, we'll do that. We're on it. Bombay is chemical, yeah. Trevor, right, Sam's there. Right, recommendation of, rum fashioned. Oh, here we go. But again, Darren, I need another drink. Darren, we're coming back to your favourite style of rum. And this is the journey I kind of want to take people on now. It's like helping people find the difference between English style of rums, Spanish style of rums, French. All right, you probably wouldn't do a French style of rum in a rum fashioned. But I could give you, I could give you 4 or 5 awesome rums for rum fashioned, probably English style. But if your palate then sits more with Spanish style of rums, and the whole, so predominantly, and this is not a general rule, but predominantly English style of rums are pot stilled. So pot still there, okay, one pot still. Like gin, they're different, but if people can kind of gauge what gin distilleries look like, they can kind of see the stills. Pot stills are not too dissimilar from that. okay? Whereas Spanish style traditionally is column stilled. So big, different, completely different types of stills, big, tall column stills. In this case of like Bacardi and all that, they'll be up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. You know, you probably have like 10 columns in a row, probably even more than that in Bacardi. So it's not only is it a different style, it's a different style of production, which gives you a different kind of base, different kind of method of production, different kind of aging. Again, the islands will play very different. We'll get into tropical aging as well. We haven't even discussed tropical aging, but here's some knowledge bombs for you. People think malt whiskies aged for, you know, like 12 years. People are like, oh, that's good. You know, that is, you know, a 12-year-old malt whiskey that's been aged for a long, long time. To put this into perspective for you, tropical aging, because the climate is a lot hotter, it's a lot more humid. You know, you're talking probably 8-year-old rums will be the equivalent of a 12-year-old whiskey in aging terms of the characteristics that are there. So when you get a 12-year-old rum, you're probably talking about an 18 to 20-year-old whiskey that's been aged, because the climate brings all that characteristics out a lot quicker, a lot more easily. So, you know, there's so much to get your head around without getting too geeky. That's, you know, I'm not going into the whole sugar levels and stuff, but that is something to kind of really kind of get your head around with the whole rum thing. Tropical aging is another big thing to consider. You know, a 3-year-old tropical aged rum, probably talking a good sort of 5-6-year-old whiskey easily, you know, just simply because of the climate. But there again, Barbados, which is on the east of the Caribbean, is going to age completely different to Guyana, which is mainland, to Cuba, which is mid to west of the Caribbean islands. You know, it's called West Indies, whatever you want to call them. You know, so different islands are going to age in different ways because of the climates, because of the winds, because of the, you know, the weather systems that are coming in. So it's completely different. So you kind of have to find your base rums. But if we're going for rum fashions, El Dorado 12-year-old, I would go sipping rums for old fashions or rum fashions. So I'll go El Dorado 12-year-old. I would go Plantation 5-year-old for that. Actually, do you know what? To be fair, kind of like an Appleton. An Appleton was really good for rum fashions. Florida Cannon, you know, it just depends on your sugar as well. You know, the sugar syrups will play a massive different part of this. I would start. Look, right. If you're new to rum, start off with something you can get from your local supermarket. Mount Gay, Appleton's. Chairman's Reserve, you'll get in Waitrose supermarkets, you'll get them in Tesco, Sainsbury's and all the others. Havana, start off with them, right, case solved. Start off with Havana Especial, just start off with that. If you like that, because that's cheap, you know, I got that on offer, I think for 14 quid, I think it was at the moment. Start off with Havana Especial because it's so smooth, it's super good, and then go up. Just start off with something like that, all right? Hope that's helped. I'm losing people. It's getting towards bedtime, innit? There's people dropping off now. I feel there's so many to try. Orange and ginger, but I might try those whenever I can. Cool. Oh, and Scapegrace. Yeah, that's really good. That's actually a really good gin, to be fair. I completely agree with all those, to be fair. Beefeater 24. I'm not a huge fan of Beefeater 24. It's the whole sort of Century tea thing. I don't really do tea in gins. For some, it just doesn't sit well for me. But Beefeater 24, yeah, really good. Well, I feel like I'm catching up with the comments now. I'm only 6 minutes behind. Beefeater Tanqueray, yeah. Scorps, love you. I love you, Scorps, as well. Where are you, Scorps? I haven't seen you comment before. Where are you? Who are you? Where are you from? What country? What part of the world are you in, Scorps? What do you do, Scorps? It's got to be a gaming channel, isn't it? What do you do? Right, RDA. Is there any? Yes. RDA. So you're not in my membership, are you? I kind of have to. I do chat about this quite a lot with in my little Discord server. There is Rumfest. You're UK, aren't you? I've got a mental block. Where are you? Sure you're UK, sure you, or are you, I forget where you are now, RDA. Oh, of course you're UK, you are UK. There's Rumfest, which will be October, which we, the Royal we go to most years. We didn't go to it last year, obviously, but Rumfest is really, really good. Ian Ian started that early 2000s, and it's just epic now. All the big producers from the world come over. We're talking Appleton's come over, Richard Seal comes over from Foursquare. You know, all the big guys come over for that. So it's really, really good. So we get the whole kind of brilliant rums, so you can chat to them. We get the unheard of. Flor de Cana have always got an amazing presence in the UK. Again, I don't know who looks after them in the UK now. Oh, White and Mackay, Scotland. Whiskey people. Didn't know that. I think that's changed. But Flor de Cana, for some reason, have always had an epic kind of presence in the UK. You can chat to them, how that. I've never met Barcello people, actually, in the UK. I don't know who looks after Barcello in the UK. No, that doesn't help me at all. But yeah, Pernod Ricard, they used to have Mimi, I'm sure she's still in Havana Club, but Mimi was a brilliant global brand ambassador for Havana, but she spent so much time in the UK, always chatted to her quite a lot. I'm sure JBE John will be there with Ron Cube. He's Santiago. I mean, this is good. So JBE John that kind of brought over Ron Cube to the UK and marketed that. He kind of brought over Santiago to Cuba. That was kind of him. Now Diageo have kind of brought it. So, you know, he's only down the road from me, bless him, good lad. But now Diageo brought out Santiago to Cuba. So yeah, but Rumfest in the UK, there's something to look forward to. RDA, slide into my WhatsApp or Instagram DMs, RDA, and we'll chat to that. You don't have to join my membership, but you know, all the fun people are in my membership community, and you get a lot of value out of it. But hey, I'm just saying. Oh, hang on, I'm scrolling past things. I've just seen Horsebox. What's the Horsebox? Yeah, the travelling. See that I've got out of events though, haven't I? Right, T2. I love this T2. The banter's real. I see. This would be a good. What I need to do with the Trevors, is I need to put a list together of the UK basic rums, price wise. What I would call basic rums price wise, and see your list, because El Dorado is flipping stupid money in Canada. Like, I cannot believe how cheap it is over there. So be quite interested to see the price differences on different things, whether El Dorado is just certain brands are distributed easier, more easy in Canada compared to the rest of the world. So that would be quite funny. Oh, Trevor V, yeah, I've just answered that. Hang on, Ross is chatting to. I'm going to be nosy. I know you're chatting to each other. Yeah, there we go. Right, Rumfest. I'll talk detail. I'm not sure tickets are on sale yet for Rumfest, but I'll put links to Rumfest in there. I can't think what it is. It's sort of around Cocktail Week as well. Kind of sign of London Cocktail be month, but it sort of half coincides with London Cocktail Week month. But it's just a really good weekend. You buy session tickets. It used to be like an all-day thing. Now you have to do it in sessions because people are just getting absolutely leery. So you could either have an afternoon session or an evening session. It's trade day on the Friday, so we normally go on Friday. But then it's so sessions Saturday morning, Saturday lunchtime, Saturday evening, Sunday lunchtime, Sunday evening. So, but you can buy two sessions. It's not a problem. But sessions are just 4 hours, which I don't think is enough time to really chat and meet people and stuff like that. The trade day is brilliant because you kind of get all day from like 10 o'clock in the morning right through to the evening with people. But if I get normal people probably wouldn't be interested in chatting too much with producers and distillers. Hence 4 hours is enough. But yeah. Right, RDA. Oh, hang on. I think I've just skipped past one. So, Barry, I've just seen your comment. I'll come back to that in a second. Trevor, not sure when I last looked. Couldn't find anything. I hope it's more north. I'm from up in Manchester. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, there is. Right, RDA, definitely slide into my DMs. I'll hook you up with a good friend of mine, Dave, who does look after the Manchester Rum Festival. And I might even, I don't know when he's going to do one next. I might even go to that. So that might be quite fun. It's not as big as the London one, but he's really, really good. Yeah. So slide into my DMs, RDA. RDA, but let's bully RDA. Come and join our membership. Come and join Discord. Right. Barry, does boiled chocolate bar really go well with vodka for a liqueur? I've seen... Yep. Sticker, we used to do all the time. So easy. Mars bars. We used to just flavour Mars bars in a bottle of vodka in the glass washer. Just chop up a Mars bar, put it in a bottle of vodka. Stick in the glass washer for a couple of cycles. It's all melted in. You've got Mars bar flavoured vodka. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Some of you might need a bit. Bearing in mind that any kind of flavoured vodkas you have will add a bit of sugar to go with it as well to make it flavoured. But yeah, if you want proper high ABV flavoured vodkas, then just stick a Mars bar or something like that. Not Snickers because you get the mutton and nuts and all that. But Skittles, refreshers, boiled sweets, rhubarb and custard, pear drops. We used to do that all the time. Right. Rum, flavoured rum's a good one for that. Chocolate flavoured rum, that's really good. Oh, I've already seen that. Right, sorry. VW Camper, RDA, Ross. Definitely go for that. Yeah, I've kind of just spoken about that. Sorry, I know I'm... Oh, God, I'm getting close to 10 minutes behind again. Right, I'm going to try and rattle through these. Ross, think somewhere. Ross, Trevor, listen, next summer, all you UK blokes fly over to Canada. I'll put you up. We'll have a rum festival there. Right, you heard it, people. Claire, you could be my +1. My wife wouldn't allow the boys without the ladies. Yeah, Scorps. Oh, here we go. Scorps, where are you? You're Stansted. I could throw. Well, I couldn't throw a ball, but you know. So Scorps, I'm just up the road. I'm Duxford. So you're not a million miles away from me, Scorps. Literally not a million miles away, like 15 minutes, 20 minutes tops. Where are you near Stansted? I know that place. I know that area really well. Oh, the banter's going on between the Canadians. John, hey John, haven't seen you comment. Sorry if you've commented before. People even just got in. No, okay. No, look, numbers are going up now. We had the sort of 9:30 lull. Now people are going up at 10 o'clock. Oi. Calm down, Barman. Calm down. Right. Sorry, my nose hasn't run today though. If any of you watched the live stream on Friday, the drink stuff stream, my nose was just dripping because of the aircon. Just hilarious, right? Right, Jack. Could you do better butters foam versus? Oh, we've already done that, Jack. Jack. We've already done that. That's the one that wins, hands down. Still a bunt, Magic Velvet Foamers. Been there, done it, got the t-shirt. It's a live stream. It's still on my channel. So just go back and I think I might have even titled it the Big Egg White Debate or whatever. But yeah, it's all done. But it's still a bunt from Drink Stuff. That one, easy, hands down. Right. There we go, bitters. Right, I'll come over. So we're still talking about Canada. Yes, if we could all... Yeah, do you know what? That could be convention, wouldn't it? Canada road trip 2022. I'll be up for that. Or a flight. It wouldn't be a road trip, would it? But I only don't... What? I only don't go to London because I find it too much. London is just mental. Do you know what, RDA? I don't know where you are. You said Manchester sort of area. I love Manchester. Absolutely love Manchester. Big fan. RDA, let's meet up in March sometime. It's Northern NRB, whatever the big city centre arena place is. I'm forgetting. But, you know, just near the Central Square. Because we always go for nights out in Albert Schloss, which is amazing. So, yeah, we do And that's my favourite bar in the UK, Albert Schloss. Love it. Skittle vodka, chili vodka. Yeah, we're talking flavoured vodkas, Rockstar rums, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to try and catch up. Oh, I'm nearly there. I'm 3 minutes behind in the comments. See you later, Rossi. Take care. Definitely. What was that in relation to +1 in Canada? Let's do it. Ugly Green. Yeah, it's not a million miles away from me at all. Going to Exeter. Oh, so we got. See, well, it's Devon, isn't it? But I was going to say I'm Cornish. I'm Cornish, living not a million miles away from you, and you're Essex, going down to Devon. Cool. Oh, my apology. What's it called? What were we talking about? I forgot. I'm having like so many conversations. I've forgotten. What's what called? Jack. What were we talking about? Jack. What were we talking about, Jack? Oh, right. Okay. I know what we were talking about. Hang on a minute. Hang on. I've missed other comments here I've just seen. Pink bubblegum. Right. Jack. I think we were talking about this. I'll hold it there for a couple of seconds. Right. Can we see that? There we go. Still a bunt. Magic. I'll tell you what I'll do. Hang on. I'll have to come back to this. Right, STB live. Can't type. .uk/still bunt. There we go. Right. Add caption. There we go. Boom. Right, that. There we go. STB live.uk still a bunt. Stick that into your web browser and you'll find that very, very easily. That is an affiliate link. Buy my stuff. No, just like so you can see it. Look, still a bunt. Magic foamers. Right. The big difference is I'll just go through this very, very quickly. I've got them both here. For this, you need like a third of a pipette, and this will make 100. So they're both roughly about 21, 22 quid a bottle. This one is slightly smaller. This one is slightly smaller. Okay, so on face value, you think you're getting more bitters. But this one, literally, I can get it down to 6 drops. I would go, normally I'd go 8 drops. I always do 8 drops, but I can get away with just doing 6 drops of that. For this, you need about a third of a pipette, which we did on live, which was about 20 drops. So this one makes 160, this is equivalent of 160 egg whites. This one, we're still measuring, is about 600. All right, so that's the difference. And the froth, the foam from this, they both come out really, really foamy, but the foam from this disappeared after about 4 or 5 minutes. The foam from this was still there about an hour later. All right, so, you know, that's the difference. So, yeah. Right, okay, let's go back to the old chatty. Sorry, I'm in the captions. Right, there we go, captions. Right, and that's what we were talking about. I can just see like one word answers. I love Devon. Right, Devon. Oh, actually, right, the phone video. Right, there we go. Oh no, I've skipped a load of comments, didn't I? Oh, I've got to go back. Right, Ugly Green. That's where we saw it. Right, Sam. Yes, let's do it, Samuel. Let's do it. I get free car park at Gatwick. Well, that's an invite we can't refuse, can we? that was save us like 40 quid a day. March might coming down in October. Cool. Oh yeah, RDA slide into my DMs. We'll talk about Runfest. Kevin 1UK. Phone video. I go to Exeter, Devon 4 times a year, and that's south, much quieter than London. Yeah. Everyone loves. Well, Devon's lovely. It's not Cornwall, but Devon is lovely. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Claire. We were talking about it. We didn't have a proper chance to talk about this. So, the Havana Spice. No, not spiced. The Havana Smoky. Right. I know the customs. I know why you can't physically buy it because of customs and duty and all that malarkey. But the other reason why you can't buy it is because it's not a UK product. It's never officially being released to the UK. So that means that you actually can't sell that on UK soil. I know how customs duty-free works. It's not technically UK soil, but the whole point you can't physically buy that without going flying off somewhere or whatever is because it was never, at the moment, it will never be released to the UK. It's not a UK product. Okay, it's a European. Things always get released to Spain and stuff like that, but it's not a UK product. The same token, Havana Cuban Spiced is not being released. So this was also, Havana Smoky was also released in Canada and parts of America, but mainly Canada, right? But in the same reason, this will never be released in Canada and Europe. This is a UK only product. Okay, so you won't, you know, the Spanish and all that will have to come over here to buy it, to get it. So that's the other reason why you won't get Smoky in the UK, why you've never seen it, is because it's not a UK product, and there will never be a point where it gets maybe I'm saying never, maybe in a couple of years time it may do, but at the moment there is no agenda to make it a UK product, which means it won't have that on it, yeah, because of duty-free customs and all that. That's the whole thing about it. So yeah, that's the other reason why you can't buy it at the moment. Right, there we go. What are we talking about? Not Delta Hotel White Hut. We're talking about something in Canada, in Devon. I don't know what that is. I think I've missed half the conversation. We're dropping like flies now. We've nearly halved in numbers in the last 10 minutes. Right, I'm off now. Cheers, Paul. Thank you very much. I've always been North Devon, Woolacombe. You've never been to Cornwall? RDA, you should go to Cornwall. You should go to Cornwall, it's lovely. Devon's lovely, to be fair. Love Devon. I do love Devon, but I'm Cornish, so I'm obviously going to be patriotic in it. Jack. I was on the ferry to Ireland the other day. Absolute vodka was a... Yeah. Yeah, insane, isn't it? Duty free. Right. Oh, is that the last comment? Have I caught up with the comments? Oh, wow. Hang on, height. 22. I've caught up with the comments. Wow. There we go. So, I didn't get around to making any cocktails because we were just chatting, weren't we? But yeah, Trevor, for those of you who's still on, I have to credit this with, I've just seen Claire comment. Trevor Rose came up with this idea, and I do really love this idea. I'll probably do Smuggler's Cove first. I'm going to do, so instead of I make your cocktails, I'm going to do shows where I'll probably publish it the week before. So not 2 or 3 days before, but the week before. I'm going to publish like 2 or 3 recipes, and we'll have a make along. So these are the recipes we're going to do tonight, and we can all discuss tasting notes and things like that. So what I was going to do tonight is I was just going to get you to pick a, all this ice I got out ready for cocktails, and it's all like wasted, isn't it? But what I was going to do is I was going to say, right, pick a number, 124, and we'll make like a cocktail there. So we'll make the Persian carpet ride, which I couldn't have done anyway. Rose syrup, this is crazy, this is potluck. Rose syrup, walnut liqueur, chartreuse, lemon juice, and plantation, 3 stars. That's insane. Have a look at that one, Trev. There you go, look. The Persian carpet ride, look. 1 ounce of rose syrup, 1/4 ounce of walnut liqueur, 1/2 ounce of yellow chartreuse, 1 ounce of lemon juice, 2 ounces of 3 stars. See, that's what I mean. That's this book. Proper kind of Larry. I really do like that book, actually. Hang on, there we go. Kelly, yeah, and yeah, whatever. So that's that. But we'll do some book cocktail recipes in there. The rum cocktails, the rum videos will start dropping this week on Tuesday. I'm just going to go... Oh, Pat's on. Hey, Pat. Didn't see you on. Well, I'm just going to go back through these last few comments. Where is it? Claire. Well, I'm going to do my best to get some of that rum. Pat, sorry, I didn't know you were on Love Island. Is that on? It's great. That's where everyone's going. Look, half the audience has gone to watch Love Island. Yeah. That's cool. That's why I think, you know, I do secretly think I've got quite a decent rum audience on there. Huh? I'm getting Instagram DMs. I thought that was RDA flying into my DMs, but it's not. Right. Kevin, James is still awake and wants more comments to catch up. James, go to bed. Oh, school holidays, isn't it? Stay up till midnight. It's fine. Saw an ad. What was this? I saw an ad on Faceache today. That Havana rum you're on about. Never clicked or bought a link through. Yeah. I don't think, as far as I'm aware, they're not releasing it to the UK. In fact, I'm pretty sure they're not releasing it to the UK. I haven't really seen any news flashes to tell me otherwise. It was certainly the case like 3 or 4 months ago, but things change. So it might be. I might be working off old news. I don't know. But am I having more drinks tonight, Steve? No, I'm probably not actually now, mate, to be fair. Well excited for rum. I think we will. I'll do it to the members. So membership. The cocktail book should come. I can do it off. I'm sure I've got Kindle on here, haven't I? Kindle. Yeah, Kindle. Smuggler's Cove. Where's my Smuggler's Cove book? There it is. Smuggler's Cove. See, I've got Smuggler's Cove on my Kindle. Look. Most recently read page. Yes. It just looks, bump. Let's go. Let's click that one. Bump. See, it just doesn't look as good. Look, Barbados rum punch on there. Kindles are great, but they're, blah blah blah. So what I'll do is, see, we've got pictures. It's just not as great having that. So I will. I don't know. Actually, Trevor, it's up to you. If you want to pick like 3 recipes off there. Or I'll do it on Tuesday or whatever, and we'll screenshot the recipes into the Discord, and we'll have a little play along, make along, whatever you want to call it, next Sunday. How's that? I'll tell you what, Trevor. You pick 2. Whoever's got Smuggler's Cove, you pick 2. I'll pick 2. How's that? We'll do 4 cocktails. Yes. Jack, there is 2 or 3 videos on my channel. With that, just search Jack. Just go onto my website, stevethebarman.com. Go into the blog bit, search Jack Daniels Apple, and you'll find loads of recipes there, mate. It's all there. All been there, done that. I think there's two videos, 2 5 cocktails with apple Jack Daniels. So yeah, definitely go and check that out. All on the channel. Trevor. Cool. I've made some last ones. I love a book. mine have been. Oh, my thing's crashed. There we go. Mine have been nothing compared to anything like that. Absolutely nothing compared to anything like that. Trevor, I'll grab 2 for sure. Yeah. I've got, when it comes to rum cocktails, I've got most things. The only thing I can't get is Trader Vic's macadamia. No, that's probably the only one tiki ingredient I can't get. However, I have got, because it's one of the ones I didn't take to drink stuff, I have got the macadamia nut syrup. So I can just add a bit of, well, I'd probably add a bit of white rum to that to turn it into a liqueur. But yeah, I've got most tiki, when it comes to rum cocktails, I've got most things in here. So we should be good for that. I haven't done one yet. I've stopped because I've stopped doing cocktail masterclasses, paid cocktail masterclasses now, because the world's opened up. I've cancelled my Zoom membership, but what I have got in Discord is with chat rooms. So I'm not going to do one this month. But I'm going to do, well, we might do one. We might swap it around to, basically, the last one we had, for instance, was George from William Fox came on and chatted to us for about an hour and a half about how he makes his syrups, the ideas behind his syrups. And I was going to try and get different guests on and do that. But we have been just doing sort of like catch-ups, but the whole point was I wanted to get like brands on, and fun brands that could chat about their products to my membership community. That was the idea. And I might have to keep my, so I hadn't really thought about that actually, I might have to keep my Zoom membership. Otherwise I can only do 45 minutes, whereas my Zoom allowed me to go on for hours and hours and hours. But yeah, that was the idea. But we have got Discord, we have got the lounge in Discord, so people haven't really cottoned on to that yet, my membership, but you can just hang out in the lounge. You can just put your video or your voice on and just sort of sit in the lounge for ages. Just chat away. Do I like beer? What's my favourite? I've got really into, it's a very local one to me. It's called Brewboard. The brand is called Brewboard. It's called Rex, R-E-X. Really like that at the moment. Quite happily drink that. So Brewboard, local to me in Cambridge. Rex, R-E-X. But Camden, Hells, Adnams, dry hopped. Those sort of things I do kind of like. Will rum focus bar? No, not too much, because I've still got, I've already done the bulk of the book already. So the bulk of the book is like vodka cocktails, there's gin cocktails, there's tequila cocktails, Mr. Black cocktails. But, for the rest of the next 3 or 4 months, we'll be adding to it with rum cocktails. But there's nothing stopping me just making cocktails up and just putting them in the book anyway. It's not, I don't have to just film a video to get the cocktails. I can make the cocktails up in that way. So if it starts to get a bit rum heavy, then I'll just add a few other cocktails into it. RDA. Yeah, there we go. Car. Yeah. I'm usually editing in my office quite a lot. I'm normally on Discord. Luca. Oh, I do remember that, Luca. I do remember that. You messaged me. Was it you that was going for the interview, or was it you that messaged me before your first shift? I gave you the customer service tips. That was you, wasn't it? I'm sure that was you. How did it go, Luca? How did it go? I think, do you know what? I've been going on. I did promise Trevor Rose an extra long one tonight. I have been going. My throat is killing me now. I have been going for a long time. So I'm going to call it a night there as we are dropping off numbers. It's nearly bedtime as well. 20 past 10. God, dear, oh dear. I'll just wait to see how Luca got on, if he's going to tell me. Yep, interview, everything going really well. There we go. Awesome. Congratulations, Luca. Glad you're enjoying it. Glad you're enjoying it. So, yeah, I'm going to call it a day there. We'll definitely do some cocktails from Smuggler's Cove next week. There's 2 videos coming out this week, Tuesday and Thursday. There is... Sorry, Mrs. Rose. There is... drink stuff videos, brand new style drink stuff video coming on Monday, tomorrow, £25 haul. So I'm taking £25 every week. I'm taking £25 to a local supermarket and going to show you buy 1 bottle of booze because I can't buy too much else for 25 quid, and buying loads of random ingredients and showing you cocktails with there. So that's starting on Mondays from Drink Stuff. We've got the live show and Drink Stuff on Fridays. So yeah, basically there'll be a video every day of the week from me except Saturday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, every day except Saturday. There we go. How do we like that? Right. Come off my holes with a tan. Are you being sarcastic? I've got a little bit of tan. I don't know if you can see the tan lines there. Can you see it? It's kind of got white there. I've got a little bit of tan. Amy P. Hello, stranger. How are you? I don't know whether you've been watching Amy P or whether you've just come on, but I'm just off now because my voice is really, really dying. So, yeah, thank you very much. I will see you next week. I tell you what, if there's anyone still chatting to each other, I'll turn the video off, but I'll do what I did last time. I'll leave that. So if there's a few people chatting to each other, you've got a couple of minutes to chat to each other, and then I'll kill the stream. All right. So thank you very much. I will see you. Hello, Amy. That's the studio lights. I will see you all through the week. Toodaloo.